I actually had somewhat of a internet break because my computers were busy rendering. The only thing I could really do on them, because I don't like to mess around with the computers when they're rendering, I was playing a new idle game that I found like in a browser, and I was just clicking that kind of mindlessly whenever I was at the computer and I had some downtime. So like I wasn't on Jads, I wasn't checking Google really, I wasn't really checking, I don't really check Twitter that much anymore, I wasn't checking Reddit, I wasn't checking any of the groups that I'm in, like nothing. I had kind of like an internet break. It was kind of nice. What idle game? Do you really want me to just fucking like check Google? Yeah, doing my Google searches for my name to see if anyone's talking about me online, obviously. You really want me to drop an idle game and like inflict that on you? Okay, I was playing, if you type it into Google, Evolve Incremental, okay? I started playing this, alright? Evolve Incremental, alright? And it's actually kind of cool, alright? That's why I was playing. Like, just know incremental clicker games, like, they are... oh, you all thought I was saying... You fucking weebs! You fucking IDLE! You... Why would you think I would be playing out? Hey, Lily. Oh, man. Oh, man. I already played this one. I couldn't get into that much, honestly. It wasn't my cup of tea. I like it. I like it a lot. Although I was thinking about trying to get into Cookie Clicker. Finn was watching me play this game, in air quotes, play, and he said, why are you playing this? Can I play? And I was like, no, this is a boring game. You just click on things. And he was like, what do you mean? So I pulled up Cookie Clicker to show him like where the genre kind of originated from, and he's like, you just have to click on a cookie? I was like, yeah. And then like I like, for whatever reason, my browser had like kept, it's like so long ago from like some Cookie Clicker run I had started. I like 20 minutes into this run or whatever, like very little. I think I needed it for a video at some point, and my browser had just saved it. So like I restarted, like I prestiged immediately just to show him at the beginning. I didn't even have enough cookies for a heavenly chip. And then when I did it, like there was a Path of Exile perk tree. I was like, when the hell did Cookie Clicker get that? So like Cookie Clicker has gotten some big ass upgrades. I was like, what the hell? So like maybe Cookie Clicker is worth another look-see, because damn, I didn't know I had a perk tree. Cookie Clicker, you have to what's your... Okay, here's the thing. I really did. I like legit like drafted up a script for Cookie Clicker and Clicker Heroes, and the whole thesis of the script was like this is political as fuck now, a gaming vaccination. And it was gonna be this argument that like there are certain experiences you can have in gaming that kind of vaccinate you, like and make you immune to certain experiences going forward. So once you've played Cookie Clicker, now you've been like vaccinated against the idea of numbers go up, like activated neuron, and you'll be immune to that when games devolve into that, and it won't work on you anymore. And yet here I am playing another fucking idle game. So clearly my thesis was completely fucking wrong, wasn't it? So like so good thing I didn't make it. Maybe I just need a booster. You played Factorio. Factorio has gameplay though. There's like difficulty in Factorio. It's not just clicking. Have you tried Antimatter Dimensions? Oh yeah, I tried that too. Like the reason how I found Evolve was that for some reason I thought, you know what I'm gonna do this week? I'm gonna get back on my bullshit, and I googled what are the best hot new incremental idle games, and like 5 of them popped up, and I tried 5 all at once. Like I was Hacker Man. I had 5 tabs open, just like flipping between them. It was like a meta clicker game, you know, like it's just like going through them all, right? And then I was like, all right, which one do I like the best out of these 5? There was one that like you have like a dragon that breathes fire, and you mine gold, and the fire makes your miners go faster, and like you have to upgrade your magic with your dragon. And there was Antimatter Dimensions, and then there was someone where you're like a wizard and you have to train stuff, and then there was Evolve. And like I kept closing the tabs when I was like, you know what, I'm not really feeling this one. And the last 2 I had down to were Antimatter Dimensions and Evolve, and I went with Evolve. Does Antimatter Dimensions like open up? Because it was like more basic than Cookie Clicker to me. It would just kept going, man. It's huge? Oh, okay. Because it seemed really, really simple to me at the beginning. It does? Oh, okay. What theme will your idle game have? I want to make an idle game. I really do. I think I can make an idle game. About Rise, obviously. Still can't believe you thought I was playing an IDOL game yesterday. Goddamn weebs. You've literally streamed Hatsune Miku only to give birth to Bikoi off snow, and also main menu only. Is she an idol? She's not even real. You played that game more than me. I didn't play it at all. Therefore, we're at the same amount. Just got ARPA's and Evolve Incremental. Pretty good game so far. Thanks for the rec. I'm thinking of doing my first Bioseed later. I'm going to try and do a human long run with the ARPA. Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? I like the overlaying systems. It's neat. I don't know if it's better than Cookie Clicker, but it seems to have more depth than Clicker Heroes, which to me was one of the best that I played. Clicker Heroes was really good. I just nuked myself in Evolve 2. Yeah, I think I've done quite a few cycles now. It's pretty fun. I don't really have much time to play games. I'm playing an incremental game right now, but that's like always when I'm upstairs, like with the family. Or when I'm waiting for like a video file to process in Adobe Premiere, which doesn't take that long, but I have that on a different computer. I think I'm about to Bioseed in Evolve Incremental. I'm really excited. I finally went beyond Mutual Destruction ending. The space stuff's pretty fun. I'd like a game that has like graphics and more gameplay based around that system. I think it's a really cool game. Bioseed, yeah, so Evolve Incremental is kind of like a Civilization kind of game, but it's an incremental game, an incremental idle game. And it has certain endings where you restart on the planet that you are as a new species. So you start as like just DNA and you choose what you want to be. And then to prestige, you just nuke the planet and kill everyone on it, including yourself. From that, you get like prestige currency to do upgrades to make it faster. And also you unlock religion. And say you were like tree people before, and then second time around you're elves, which is what happened to me actually. So I was tree-loving elves the second time. You can treat them with respect and like study their history, or you can make them gods, like as your religion, and you just build currency through that system. Anyway, so there's like different resets that you can do to restart the game with more meta currency that makes it easier to get through the building stages, like building houses, building cement factories, all this other stuff, building mines. The first prestige is Mutual Destruction, which is where you nuke the planet. And the second one is where you make a Bioseed ship that sends it to another planet somewhere else in space. And I assume that the planet changes after that. What's this called? It's called Evolve. If you type in Evolve Incremental, if you type in Evolve game into Google, you're going to get the team-based shooter. So Evolve Incremental and you get it. I don't know if it's going to be interesting. Is an idle game a game? Can you lose? You don't have to lose for something to be a game. There just needs to be difficulty. And I would say that there's difficulty in Evolve, yeah. I'm playing that Evolve game, Plant, Fungal, Animal for first playthrough. Okay, so this is a rare come for me, but you should probably use the wiki and look through if you want. No, you know what? The first one doesn't really matter. So if you go with Plant, you can't chop down trees. Instead, your civs just generate amber, which simplifies things, but it can actually make things kind of frustrating. You might just want to go with just basic humanoid for the first one. I went Plant first, my first time too, Teddy Roosevelt, so like I did it, it's fine. It's definitely doable. Humanoid and then Dwarfism, those ones are actually pretty good. They all have different traits that are pretty good. Done Animal it is. I suggest going humanoid. Don't go bestial or whatever. The Drachnid are pretty good as well, if you want to risk going avian or reptilian or whatever. Eggshell. Going fungus for the first time is good too because you don't have to worry about farmers. It simplifies it quite a bit. But their big traits on those aren't always the best. There's like a bad one of those. Also, my one advice for your first round is don't sleep on cement factories. For whatever reason, I find that I'm always low on cement in the early game, and on my first round, I was constantly low on cement to make bricks. Also, you can manually craft all the things. You can manually craft plywood, bricks, and wrought iron by clicking on it. You don't have to have crafters making it. Although that's good for idle, but you don't have to do it. What form of government should I choose in Evolve? I recommend democracy. If you're going to engage with the military, that can actually be pretty profitable, but, you know, be careful. Then autocracy is better. But democracy until you unlock technocracy. Technocracy? How do you say that word? Techno and then cracy. I don't know how you would meld them together into the game. And then that'll take you, like, that's it until, like, you want a prestige, I think. Technocracy? Technocracy? It might be Technocracy, right? Technocracy? Yeah, really? What game do you keep going on about? Evolve Incremental. It's a idle game that's been out for, I don't know, a couple of years, I think. And I have it running on a computer upstairs. I was tired and a bit loopy. I got hit by a car, so thanks for not showing fan art for me. Appreciate it. All right, just casual got hit by a car. I assume it was like you got, like, hit by a car a little. Like, it wasn't like, boom, you know, I like, you know, like, because otherwise, how are you still here? Just swipe the there we go. Okay, all right. Sorry, that happened to you, okay? I had my leg up on the baby gate next to the computer upstairs, and I was hanging out with Finn, and we were having a long in-depth conversation and clicking session on Cookie Clicker and Evolve Idle, and I didn't put my leg down from the baby gate for over an hour, and when I put it down, I couldn't feel anything in it, and it was excruciating. So I could say, I guess that, you know, I don't want to say it's comparable, because clearly what happened to me was worse, but I also went through some leg pain, so, like, I feel you. I tried Evolve Incremental, but it really didn't stick for me because it's basically the same game as Kitten's game, which I already played a ton of. You should check it out if you haven't heard of it. I heard that Evolve is better than Kitten's game. Just did my third mad in that Evolve game. Thanks for suggesting that. It ate my weekend. Yeah, it's pretty good, huh? I feel like I wish I had some visuals or it had a little bit more, like, flair to it. But yeah, it's pretty good. Wait, Evolve still exists? It's a whatchamacallit? It's an idle game. I did my first Bioseed, and then I did the Genetic Dead End Challenge run, which wasn't too bad, but it was a bit slow. People are playing Evolve, and they really like it. Yeah, I like it too. Although, right now, in the game, it's a little tedious for me, because I started doing 4-star runs, and losing my plasmids, now that I'm used to the plasmids, is like, damn, is it rough. My mastery is only at like 10%, so it's a bit rough, man. Is wood relevant in the space phase of Evolve? Thinking about if I do my first space run as Goblin or Ent. Anything to do with wood in Evolve, if you're a class or race that doesn't use wood, just becomes amber. It's completely balanced around it. Or wood just appears if you inherit the trait. Yeah, it does, yeah. It can be really handy. I think if you are a fungus or an Ent, and then you fanaticism inherit, and then you do the same one of those the next time too, and you inherit through fanaticism, you don't have to worry about having farmers or woodworkers. Or lumberjacks. You just have to worry about quarry, which can be kind of cool. At my first Evolve Idle reset, should I do it immediately or save it for more? So, if you want to, you can go to a Bioseed on your first time. If you're at a Bioseed reset and it's your first time, definitely do it right now. Mad? Okay, so how many plasmids are you going to get? 110? 110 is not bad. I think you can get a little higher than that. Did you max out your barracks and all of your abodes? Because military pop counts. So if you didn't unlock bunk beds, you probably want to get bunk beds because that's some extra plasmids. It's expensive though, especially your first time. But 110 is fine. You can reset with 110. Yeah, go for it then. Yeah, reset for sure. What's the game you're talking about? We're talking about Evolve Idle, the hot new game that is taking the Jads community by storm. Even though it's not new, it's pretty hot though. You can be a tree. You can be elves that worship trees, or you could be trees that worship elves. I'm a cacti currently. Cacti are pretty good. You can be a Goomba. You can be a mushroom, yeah. Excuse me. I hope they're paying you a lot for this. They're not paying me anything. They don't know who I am. How do I deal with titanium? Can you only buy it? Yeah, you can only buy it at first. You need quite a lot of it, actually. I would recommend that if you're doing just MAD resets, MAD being mutually assured destruction resets, that you should just consider it part of your process that you're going to be buying all of your titanium and alloy. Don't try and make it in quantities yourself. If you can unlock the hunter process and one of the other ones too, or the, I can't remember what it's called, then sure, like, you can get some, but you don't really need that much alloy. You don't really need that much titanium. So, like, I would recommend just buying it until you get more mastery and more plasmids and stuff. What is this game? How you play it? It's called Evolve Idle, or just called Evolve, and it's an idle game. You can just Google Evolve Idle and it'll show up. It's a civilization idle game. Was it called Evolve Incremental? I'm sorry, I'm saying the wrong name. Do an Evolve Incremental stream. You can nap while streaming. Oh, it's true. Yeah. I just did my second Bioseed last night as ants. Ants are very OP, I think. I think I'm just going to do a bunch of easy runs to get the last cost reduction plasmid thing. And then I'm just going to do 4-star runs. I've done like, I think 6 4-star runs. My mastery's at, I think 20%, which is kind of bad. I noticed there were a bunch of easy achievements I could have done on some of my 4-star runs I didn't do, like Heir of Genghis Khan and the lose 250 soldiers one. Should have done that. Anyone else playing Evolve Incremental? Anyone else get into it? I am. Anyone else, like, you guys dig it or what? I started playing Evolve again after you mentioned it. What's your mastery at? Played it for like 3 years. 3 years? Damn. What's your mastery at? Like 500? Like, holy shit. I just unlocked Mad Science for the first time. Research comes too slowly. It is a bit slow your first time, but it gets faster, and then it gets slow again, depending on how you do it. Yeah. Depends on a lot. What race are you? Like, I read on Reddit that some people really like going the tree people, Ents and stuff, but I find that it actually really slows things down. If you have to get aluminum, or some say aluminium, from mining instead of quarries, I find that's actually a huge nerf, not a buff. What is the game about? It's an incremental civilization game. Most incremental games have a prestige mechanic, which involves you resetting your progress for a permanent boost in some way. The prestige mechanic is built into the game with you causing an extinction event, or something like an extinction event on the planet that you're on, and resetting life on the planet back to the start, and now you have some bonuses based on a new race that evolves from that. So it's Cookie Clicker. It's a lot more complex than Cookie Clicker. Me and Finn have been playing Cookie Clicker at the same time, and Evolve is like so much more complicated than Cookie Clicker. And much more of a game too, I would hasten to add. So it's like Kitten's Game. Someone in chat said it's like Kitten's Game, but I've never played Kitten's Game, so I can't say. Who is better, Cookie Clicker, between you and Finn? Me, of course. I got the achievement for clicking really, really fast legit this time. Last time I played Cookie Clicker, I used some keyboard thing that made it so I can hit enter and left click at the same time to click twice in a second. And I got the achievement for clicking fast that way. But this time, I couldn't be fucked installing that, so I just clicked really, 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 really fast and I got it. Can you lose and Evolve? I don't know. I think there might be some challenges that you can try to do that you can't do yet because you don't have enough bonuses to do them, but yeah, I don't know. What happens after you beat the game? Evolve? I don't know, but Evolve is the kind of game that has enough content that I think you could just have this running as a background process of your life for like 5 years and you still won't be done with it. It's strange. I tried Evolve and thought it sucked. You have to spend hours doing basically nothing. Yeah, it's like a chill out passive experience that you have running on in the background for some things. And you go back and be like, oh, how many resources do I have? Let me spend them quickly. I hope this makes sense to people. It's akin to having an aquarium running on your computer that has a little bit of gameplay. It's like, oh, let me go check how my fish are doing. All right, hi fishes. All right, that's cool. All right, see you later, fishes. You know, it's like that sort of thing. It's like squishers. Squishers. It's a Tamagotchi. Kinda, yeah.
Focus.
I can't remember if I had a Tamagotchi. I had something like a Tamagotchi, but I don't know if it was legitimately a Tamagotchi. Those were really, really popular in the... Was it late 90s or early 2000s? There was this Tamagotchi craze. Too much anime. I played an idle game for 1 year, determined to beat it after, and after those 365 days, I quit and never looked back. What idle game was it? Damn, you must have played it a lot. Kind of addiction though. Yeah, you can definitely get addicted to... You can get addicted to anything, but you can easily get addicted to these kinds of games. Okay, can you have strong willpower while also being addicted to something? I think you can. I think people are very complicated, so like what I'm about to say could make sense to some people. If you have strong willpower and you want to see if you can succumb easily to some sort of like addiction or get enthralled by something, like set up some sort of safety measure before you do it, but then go and try and play one of these games and see how you react to it. And if you react to it really like oh my god, I just want to sit here and do this a lot, then that might be a sign that you might learn something about yourself. First time I played Cookie Clicker, I just lost myself to it. And now it's fine. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just have it on in the background. Okay, I'm done. Alright. Have you played a beast race on Evolve? The hunting food system is really throwing me off. No, I haven't. I haven't done that yet. Is it really, really different?
Buddy?
The fungi are the best for food because you don't have to have farmers. But for most races, by the time you get toward the end, food generation is a joke. So that bonus kind of falls off a bit. They only keep a certain amount of food, the rest expires. It's really bizarre. So food can expire. I went to check out the Evolve Idle game and accidentally got lost in it for like an hour without realizing. Yeah, so that's a good sign that you're susceptible to these sorts of things. So you should keep that in mind going forward. Yeah. Doesn't mean you can't play them. Just, you know, gotta remember that. How's everyone doing in the Evolve Idle? Anybody hit any new milestones? Just started third run. What'd you go as? What is Evolve Idle on platform-wise? It's on PC. I guess it's on your phone too, but I wouldn't recommend playing it on your phone. My refinery is bottlenecked by my lack of aluminum. Really? I feel like I always have too much aluminum. Aluminum is usually what I sell. Not enough neutronium for me? Yeah, neutronium is a huge bottleneck for bioseeding. Honestly, the end of bioseeding is a real pain in the ass. That feeling when you have all your all your factories producing nanotubes, and you are like tweaking how many you're producing them compared to the ship part time going up or down for the neutronium going into the ship or the neutronium going into the nanotubes. I skipped mad my first run and going for Genesis ship paint. You're insane. What are you doing that for? Also, Joe doesn't say aluminum with an I. Aluminium? Aluminum. I say it however I feel like it's going to piss chat off the most. Just did mad for the first time and now I see how slow my first run was. For your first time? What do you mean? Oh, you're doing better the second time, you mean? The plasmid bonus you get up to 250 really, really helps. Especially with your second run because you unlock temples, which boosts it even further. Or you unlock religion. It's really, really good. But your first, even with plasmids, your first bioseed run is going to take a while. I've done 2 now, and even the second one took a long time too. I hardly use the military. Am I missing out? The military is really strong. For one run, I use the military a lot. Okay. Especially if you have a good species that has some bonuses for it. But I also just ignore it because I usually like to play these kind of games peacefully. But to some extent, whenever I play a civilization game, I roleplay. I don't know if that's cringe or not. I always think about, I want my people to be happy, and I don't want to be a warmonger. I want to be a nice civ, you know, like. There's nothing cringe about having fun. You think I'm having fun? You think I'm some sort of gamer? What are the benefits of being peaceful? I don't really see this so far. So if you attack a lot in the game, do you mean like in life or do you mean in Evolve Incremental? If you attack too much in the game, unless you have a racial that takes away this penalty, you get the Warmonger debuff, which reduces the morale of your people. Also, having a barracks and a high military carries with it quite a few stress debuffs. So you have to have more entertainers for the work stress, so your morale is lower. So you have to counteract that with how much your morale is boosting production with having too many soldiers. But the soldiers from the barracks also get fur and food. So it's not like they're only used for combat and that's it. Furs can be kind of a pain in the ass. Do you not just fill entertainers? I do. Yeah, I use entertainers a lot. But sometimes I just don't want to deal with it. I just sell furs and amber. You sell your furs? Really? Wow. I'm always short on furs. Maybe I'm going through the research cycle faster than you if you just started, so I'm always short on furs because I need them for temples and trade posts and departments. You are always a way too many for. Really? Maybe you're building more barracks than me. Maybe I'm like going low on the barracks. How do you balance happiness? I feel like I'm always right on the edge. Early game, one of the first things I do is usually drop my tax rate down to 10%. And I also don't really use bankers that much. Because it doesn't really buff the tax. There's not really much of a tax rate in general, so like why use that? And I don't usually build that many barracks to keep my happiness high. I usually like to try and float around 110% morale the whole run, but I don't know if that's a good play or not. How do you balance happiness? I feel like I'm always around the edge. IRL? I can't help you there, man. I'm sorry. Is this game of the year? I mean, what did I play this year that came out this year? So far, it's game of the year for me, just de facto, I think. Unless Evolve Idle. No, I didn't come out this year. In Evolve, how to get a good amount of alloy and polymer early on. Just trade. Factories seem not to cut it. Yeah, absolutely, you buy them. I've done a couple bioseed runs, and I still buy the vast majority of my alloy and polymer until the very end of the bioseed run is when I start making a lot of my own alloy. And even then, that's around the time that you have to switch over to making something else instead, so you still just buy it all. Very early on into early space, you won't have to sell anything to have net positive income anymore, and all your trade routes will just be buying stuff. But you shouldn't really need that much polymer at all right now. You should be resetting for plasmids with mutual assured destruction. So I'm not sure what you're going for. Maybe you're going for a challenge thing. I'm up to like 24% mastery in Evolve Incremental, by the way, and I feel like it's not getting any faster when it comes to the 4-star runs to mad. Just started Evolve. Do all my guys need to be farmers at the start, basically? It's a little rough. Have you unlocked farmhouses? Make sure you have enough farms for the people you have farming. It depends on what your starting species is as well. But yeah, it can be a little rough on the food stuff at the beginning. Molding chads keep winning. Yeah, that's a good race. Joe, when will you make your own idle incremental game? I'll make my own idle incremental game when I make my own farming sim, and that'll be like a little side gameplay system that'll be a part of it. I'll have it included, that one, yeah. So 10 years from now. How's everyone doing in Evolve Idle? I think I'm at 30% mastery now. I still can't find it. Just Google Evolve Incremental and it'll be the first result, I think. Did my first bioseed yesterday playing as salamanders on a volcanic planet now. That sounds pretty comfy. First bioseed is fun. I like how space goes. It gets slow toward the end, but before that it's like, ooh, this is interesting. I haven't gone past it yet, so I have no idea what the other ones are like. And how many plasmids should you do your first couple of mad resets? I can't remember, because when you do it with 4 stars with challenge, you get more. I think usually when I do a 4-star run, I end up resetting with about 150, 160. I think without it, around 120. Make sure you get bunk beds, and you'll get a lot more from your military population. So how's everyone doing in Evolve Idle? I did my first 4-star bioseed. I also did it with Joyless and Steelin at the same time. I am very intelligent. You sound insane right now? Yeah, pretty much. I'm still on Stellar Engine. Takes way too long. Yo, you're ahead of me. I don't even know what that is. Spoilers. Would you advise going Bioseed for Bioseed on second run? Absolutely not, no. You can if you want to, if that interests you. If you're looking at that tech line and you're like, I really want to see what happens next, then you absolutely can. You can do Bioseed on your first run if you want, but I don't recommend that either. But yeah. Have you done the genetic defect challenge in Evolve? If so, how? Is that the one that is one of the first challenges that you have when you unlock the challenge genes or whatever, when you do a reset? With the Vivaldi or the Validi? I don't know what they're called. If so, yes, I've done that. I've done that pretty early on. It's important to do it early on if you're going to be doing a lot of 4-star resets. Yeah. It wasn't so bad, actually. I had some mastery before I did it, though. I think I had like 12% mastery when I did it. So it wasn't too bad. You just have to take it slow and make sure. Oh, I did a oh fuck, what did I do? I did fanaticism with them, which slows it down a bit because anthropology is better for mad resets, but specifically with this one, I did fanaticism with them with a fungus before that, so I didn't have to bother with farmers, and that helped a lot. I think that's what I did. But there's probably a better one to do that with than that. It's terrible. It took me 2 weeks. It took you 2 weeks? Like that took me like a day, chatter. Why did it take you 2 weeks? I have Shroomy Finesses. Oh, you should be good then. Just keep going at it. Maybe your mastery isn't high enough? Wrong game. Evolve is an idle browser game. Yeah, me and chat some people in chat are playing, I shouldn't say me and chat because not a lot of us are playing it. We're playing a game called Evolve Incremental or Evolve Idle. I'm not sure what the name is. If you type in Evolve, either of those into Google, it will come up. It's like a cookie clicker kind of game, but it's really interesting. I like it a lot. I have 2% mastery. Is that any good? Nope. I mean, it's still enough to do it though. Like, when I did it, I think I had, like I said, I can't remember how much I had. Like, it was around 10 or 15, something like that. So like, that's not a huge difference. It only made it a little easier, so you can still definitely do it. So I guess I take back what I said earlier about mastery. It's probably fine, especially with the Shroomy inheritance. If it's making it so you don't have to do farming or whatever. Maybe that's the wrong one. Maybe I'm confusing. Maybe I'm confusing with something else. Maybe I did something else. Shroomy inheritance is going to make it so you can do cement, right? So the cement bonus. What was the one I inherited? So I didn't have to bother with farming or something. You can reset the run without having to do like a mad. By the way, you can go into settings and you can do go back to the start, and you won't lose your prestige systems or anything like that. It's just going back to the evolve part. You don't have to. Once you start a run, you're not committed to nuking the whole thing. Just make sure you're hitting the right one, because if you hit the wrong one when you reset, you'll like wipe your whole save. You can do that if you want to. there's a really good inheritance with fanaticism that you want to set up in order so you don't have to bother with farms or something. I'm not sure which one it is. Isn't all the game the evolved part? Says Balder. Man. Balder, I would call you pedantic, but you'd probably correct me, buddy. I'm doing my second 4-star bioseed right now to get a bunch of these space level achievements for more mastery, and I'm doing full scumbag cheese. I went with humans, and then I went Ents, and I fanaticism the humans in order to get, like, I'm trying to get 99 super colliders, and that's like full cheese. Where do you see mastery? In your perks. So if you haven't unlocked mastery yet from doing a full mad run and buying it in CRISPR, you won't see it, but once you unlock it, it basically means every achievement that you get gives you a production bonus, a very small amount. But there's lots and lots of achievements. What's the human trait again? Minus 20% ARPA cost, and also a minus. I don't really understand the minus on the scale bonuses, but it's a 0.005 on ARPA scaling. I don't really understand what that means, but yeah, so it makes the ARPA projects much cheaper. So basically how it works is that every single time you get an achievement, you get a bit of a mastery bonus. I think it's like 0.25% production bonus forever, and that's on top of like the plasma bonuses that you have. But if you do a challenge run with all the 4 challenge things on, you get 0.25% for every single one. So if you do an achievement on a 4-star, you get 1.25%, which adds up quite quickly when you're doing a lot of different runs and resets. So right now I have over 50% mastery. So even if I do the challenge one that has no plasma bonuses, I still have a 50% production bonus, which is nice. But at the beginning mastery, you don't feel it at all. It's only when you get higher levels. What have you got me into? I've heard nothing and have been devolved into nothing more than a clicker of nuclei to build my fungal kingdom. Going fungus first? Ooh. That should work out quite well for you, actually. As long as it's not Sporogar. Sporogar kind of suck. I ran Ent first. I did too.
I'll be right back.
Of all the evolutions I've done, the insect seem the best. Antid are really, really good.
Unsympathetic?
I don't like the Mantid though, the Mantis. Those are kind of bad. But maybe I was playing them wrong.
You can vouch.
Why does Sporogar suck? Are Sporogar the one that you have to wait for it's windy before your population will grow, or you have to go attack? It's just annoying. That's why I don't like them. I don't really engage with the combat part of the game that much, so maybe that's why I don't value that. Although my first 4-star with Bioseed was the Sharks, because I wanted to get Sharks with Lasers achievement. We're talking about this a lot, sorry. Wait, what trait did he pick for Challenger? I can't remember. It was a good one, though. It, like, it removed some part of the equation. I feel like it removed farming, but I couldn't have, right? I don't think you can inherit a trait and evolve that gets rid of farming, can you? Maybe it was one that got rid of wood. Maybe I got it from the Dryads or something. I'm making my first World Collider in Evolve Idle today, chat. I don't know how it's going to go. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'm going to go through with it. I think it leads to like a reset option. Think it's easier to build than the Bioseed ship? What the hell is that all about? How's the game? Is still a banger? This game's fantastic, yeah. Or do you mean Evolve Idle? I really like Evolve Idle. I treat it like did I say this on stream or did I say it to Lily? Like I treat that kind of game like having an aquarium on your computers. It's like, let's go see how my fish are doing. Although my fish are like right now they're trees. But you know, like, no, this game Evolve is pretty cool. This game's fantastic. I really like it. Apologies for the late start. We lost power last night, and then the appointment today ran a little late. And also, then we had to order lunch, which we're trying not to do much anymore, but we had to today. And it took 2 hours to get here. So, you know, lots and lots of things stacked up going wrong in a row. However, in good news, I've hit the graphene wall in Evolve Idle. Who knew that was a thing? Thing. That's a big slowdown. Damn. Oh. What about Infernite Wall? That's not so bad. Took me a little while to figure out how to even do that, but I got through it. Evolve Idle stream. Nah, that would not be fun. Finished my first 3rd tier Evolve reset today. Thanks for the addiction. You did a 3rd tier Evolve? I haven't done one of those yet. I did a lot of 4-star runs of for mastery. I'm doing my first 3rd tier right now, and I'm doing it 4-star. So it's taking a while. I wasn't gonna do it, and then I was like, you know what? Let's try it.
Shut it. That's the soul.
So that's what a 4-star run is. When you reset in Evolve Incremental, which is the game me and some people in chat are playing, it's an idle game like Cookie Clicker, but it's really, really complicated. Well, it's not complicated. It has a lot of it's very deep in how far it goes into all the mechanics and interworking systems and stuff. A 4-star is when you do a reset and you pick a new species to play as. You can have some challenge modes, and doing all 4 of the challenge modes together is considered a 4-star, which means any achievement that you earn while you do that gives you more mastery, and mastery is like a prestige system that makes you produce more things and it snowballs the more you play. So doing a 4-star run is what you need to do eventually if you want to get more mastery, and it makes the game slower and a bit harder, but after you do, like, I don't know, like a few of them, it starts to ramp up a bit. But is it a 6 out of 10? It's more than 6 out of 10. I really like it. It's really interesting. I would love a game like that has like actual graphics and maybe some placement of buildings in a map and stuff. Be fun. So if you get achievements without challenge genes, then you are losing mastery forever. No, if you get an achievement without one of the challenge things on, you get a plain star, or you get like an empty star, and if you have it, and that counts as 0.25% mastery, which is a global production boost of 0.25%. If you do it with one challenge on, it becomes 0.5. If you do it with 2, it's 0.75. If you do it with 3, it's 1, and if you do it with all 4 on at the same time, it's 1.25. If you do it again later, whatever you had will upgrade to the next one. So let's say you did it on like 2 stars before, and it was only giving you like a 0.75% mastery boost. If you do it with all 4 on, now it's 1.25. It'll go up, that sort of thing. Someone said that you shouldn't do 4 stars in standard universe. Really? I've been doing them. Well, have I been wasting time? I don't know. Huh. What are easy achievements for the first challenge run other than killing soldiers? You should probably look at the wiki that they link, and you can see a list of achievements. Some of them are so fucking weird that it's almost like the wiki will like link to your game and it'll tell you when you get it. So the wiki is kind of part of the game, although I haven't been reading about any of the later stages because I want them to be a surprise. But when it comes to the achievements I've been going for, I've been reading those. I think that's part of the game. Can we play something else? Anything else? Show Evolve or something? Please, it starts to hurt. Can we play something else? Anything else? Show Evolve or something. Please, it starts to hurt us. Just finished my Joyless plus Steelless run. Thanks for getting me addicted. Oh, who did you do it as? I did it as the Sharks. Doing Joyless and Stealing together at the same time. What a Chad. Fellow Chad, I did that too. I did it as Ent because I hate managing multiple resources. I just finished my my first black hole run. I'm in a different universe now. And I gotta say, I feel like Ents are overrated because aluminum is just such a pain in the ass. And you can get through it by the end, but it's a pain in the ass for too long. Aluminum? Yeah, aluminium. Man, so I went to the antimatter universe because I misclicked at the selection process. I wanted to go to the heavy universe. And I'm just miserable in the antimatter universe in Evolve Idle. I'm getting through it, but it's just so slow. I hate you, Joe. I got hooked to the game as well. It's an idle game. What's getting hooked? You don't sit there and play it. Couldn't be me. Speaking of, I'm on my first run of Evolve. Aha, fellow addict. Is it supposed to grind to a halt after you get to civilization? I'm struggling. I'm struggling to make more pops to fill out jobs because of the increase in building costs. Yeah, the first run can be pretty rough, yeah. It gets a lot better on the second one because you unlock religion and you also get your first round of plasmids, and that's a huge, huge boost. It's probably better to go like a tree species or a fungus species at the start, so you don't have to deal with some of the resources, especially food. Oh, I remembered how I did the Valdi run. I did the Valdi run without food by choosing a fungi species first, and then choosing the challenge after that, after I'd chosen fungi. So the Valdi evolve as a fungus as their base, like genus or whatever, or is it genus, and that makes it so you don't have to deal with farming. So that's an easy way to do that if you want to get through that. Makes it a lot easier. I'm running Sporgar. It's taking too much time to make steel. I'm pre-prestige. I would recommend that you don't even make any steel and just max out your iron to max out your smelters, and then transition over to smelting more steel than you're getting iron. Also, don't sleep on like building universities and mines as well. Just cap it all out if you can. I don't know where we're going. Smelters? Yeah, am I saying it wrong? It's a smelter, right? That's where you make... I hate espionage so much, man. Spoilers, there's a system that makes that better later on. I don't mess with that very much. Every time you talk about Evolve Idle, it sounds like you're doing a Germa bit where you're making up a fake game. I'm already making up a fake game. A fake? No, it's a real game. I really like it. I really like the progression systems it has. I think it's low-key kind of fucking genius. It's really well designed. It's really slow though. It's definitely still an idle game. I wonder if you can make a game that's like that, but a lot faster. What do you think the optimal time for the runs would be if you were to like shrink it down to like bite size, that you could do runs in one sitting? Like 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, maybe half an hour for each leg of the journey. The wiki is so good. Yeah, the way the wiki is implemented with the game is really good. I finally got my first bioseed ship unlocked, and when it said I had to do the recipe 100 times, my heart sank. Good, get fucked. Good luck making those nanotubes. Oh shit! I went to the during the black hole run. I had so many more resources, and this was on 4-star too. I made the bioseed ship in I think 6 minutes. The whole thing. That's how fast it went. Get fucked. Yeah, bioship's kind of hard to make. Neutarium is really hard to get. Yeah, it kind of neuters your progress, right? Isn't it neutronium? In case you are completely confused, we are talking about the game Evolve Incremental, or some say Evolve Idle, which is a browser game that some of us are playing. Spookily, I wasn't the first one to start playing it. When I brought it up, some people in chat said I recently started playing that too, and I was like, oh damn, what are the chances? Wait, it's not a bit. No, really playing it. It's like Cookie Clicker for grown-ups. How did you even find out about it? For whatever reason, I wanted to show Finn Cookie Clicker. And then the whole house got addicted to it. Like, all of the kids were playing it except for Mila. Even Kate was playing it. She loves clicking on the reindeers. Which wasn't the worst thing in the world, actually, because all three of them got like, base level competency using a mouse. They hadn't used the mouse before, so pretty good. It worked out quite well as an educational experience as well. I think people forget how tricky it is to learn how to actually use a mouse and keyboard when you first get exposed to a computer. And then I was like, oh, what is the incremental scene like even like at the moment? Is there like a new hit game? And I googled some and I found a bunch of games, and that was the one I stuck with. Tears of the Kingdom versus Evolve. I unironically love Evolve, and I only like Tears of the Kingdom. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is not a bad game. Like, I like it, it's fine, but I love Evolve. Still kind of early in Evolve. Which do you think is more powerful, unlocking the priest job or reducing cost creep by 0.03? The cost creep for sure, but you're going to be... Are you doing 4-star runs? Maybe you're not going to. I don't know if you should do 4-star runs until you get out of standard. I'm not sure. The cost creep is better than the priest. The priest doesn't really get good until you invest a lot of shit into it later. Doing 3 stars. If you're doing 3 stars and you're leaving the plasmids open with the cost creep thing, then you should definitely go with cost creep reduction instead of the priests. Priests are really good, don't get me wrong, but they don't get good until later on when you scale up. If you're just doing mad resets, priests suck. You probably won't even use them. Wreck the stars from easiest to hardest. The one that limits your plasmids or mastery is definitely the hardest one. Then probably the crafting one. Although I actually prefer the game when you can't do manual crafting, because it's kind of annoying. Steelless and Joyless gets rough in early space. Yeah, but like Joyless is almost over. Like if you build a biodome on Mars, Joyless is done, and then after that it's just stealing. So just like beeline for that, and then you're good. It's just stealing after that. You're almost at the end of it being like brutally hard. Don't get me wrong, stealing is still a slog because you have to spend so much of your trade routes importing steel instead of something else. Why would you do both at the same time? Because like it's not that much harder to do it together. Like it's fine. And also because Chad like. What's this up here? The graphene wall. Oh, it's an Evolve Idol reference. Nice. Nice. You know what? The graphene wall wasn't too bad after a while. Then it became the Infernite wall. That was oh man, that was tough. Are you doing the mass ejector stuff right now? I've already finished that. I'm into the next universe. I'm in the antimatter universe. I'm getting out of there as soon as possible though, like cuz it sucks. I want to go to the heavy one. I misclicked. I didn't want to go to the antimatter one. I clicked on it thinking it was going to give me the info of what happens in there instead of the mouse over, and instead I clicked on it and it just sent me there, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is what I'm doing. Oof, yeah, but it's fine. I'll be able to get out of there. And then I have the anti-plasmids for forever. Not gonna lie, the Hell Dimension was the biggest plot twist of 2023 for me. It's pretty cool, huh? It keeps expanding. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on the game now, and that makes me a little sad. Like, it's not that popular of a game, so I understand that the updates to it are fairly slow. But yeah, really like Evolve. Have you played the Sunless Sea Sky games? I think they're an example of genuinely good writing in video games. Isn't there like a browser idle game, Fallen London, based on that too? You know how I feel about my my browser idle games. I have not played those, no. Have you ever played Universal Paperclips? I liked it as a relatively short idle game. I haven't, no. Oh, no, I think I played it for like a little while and I didn't really enjoy it all that much. I couldn't get into it like I did with Cookie Clicker. It felt like I was just playing Cookie Clicker without the fine graphics, so I didn't really, uh-oh. Gollum paste. Maybe it gets better, though. I played a little bit of a Dark Room as well a while back, and I thought that was interesting, but I didn't stick with it. I also played, Trimps? And again, for some reason, I played it for a while, and then I just stopped. Evolve Idol has hit me much better than those, and I don't know why. I couldn't explain it to you. I don't think I'll ever understand the appeal of idle games. Do you like the idea of having an aquarium? Because having an aquarium really appeals to me, and that's what an idle game is to me. It's like, or like having an ant farm. It's like just having something like run on your computer that you can go check on. For me, I like to fidget as well, so I'm like I'm one of those insufferable people. Oh, we just go down. One of those insufferable people that always has to be like toying with something, or like moving a pen or something like that, or like if there's anything on the desk in front of me, I'm gonna be playing with it. So it like gives me something to do when I'm upstairs and I'm hanging out with the family, and that doesn't take too much of my attention, so I can still talk to them, interact with the kids, that sort of thing. And it's just like, hey, I'm just clicking on this thing. What's one relatively unknown game that everyone should play once? Evolve, oh dude, Evolve, yeah. How much citizens do you usually have when you're set in Evolve? Depending on what I'm doing and what race I am, typically anywhere between 200 and 250 when I do a mad reset. Bioseed and beyond is a lot more than that, but yeah. Stream this Evolve game before the showcase starts to prove you didn't make it up. I could, but it's not going to be fun because progression is so slow. Because it's a fake made-up game? Alright, 1 second. Okay, will this work? Alright, so this is Evolve Idol, okay? This is Evolve Idol or Evolve Incremental. So you start off in, I have Plasmids and Phage. This is, you will not have this when you start, okay? You start off in the genetic phase, okay? And you have RNA and DNA, and you click to create RNA, and you click to make DNA out of the RNA, and then you get membranes that increase your storage of them, this sort of thing. You're not in this phase for very long, okay? Wow, this is so much slower than what I have to do when I play the game now. All right, so let's go up here. This is not my current save, by the way. This is the save I had downstairs. I moved my save upstairs, like, I don't know, a while ago. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm just clicking randomly right now. So you have to get up to a nucleus. This is not how I was expecting the game to look. What were you expecting? Like graphics? No, it's a browser idle game. What the hell? I got halfway through Bitburner, never touching another idle game. Based. You got vaccinated. How about a live Sudoku solve? When aren't we starting in like 20 minutes? This is the most boring part of the game. It starts off pretty slow. It really picks up about 50 hours in. Like Zelda? No, that never picks up. I usually like to try to get 20 organelles and 10 nuclei. Oh man, only having a 3 Q is just insane. I don't think you have a Q when you start, do you? What is mitochondria? It's the powerhouse of the cell. Increases the effective membranes and ukulele cells. So these increase your storage. Man, we just can't get to sexual reproduction. It really makes you feel like you're a... Can you play this in VR? You are right now. This is the game of life. Can't you just get to sexual reproduction and skip this phase? Is there a benefit to waiting? You'll see. This keeps going. So basically, a lot of the game is setting up like production bases for later. There's no more bonuses after this, so I just like to get out of the way and I don't have to click anymore. So I'm gonna get 10. So 20, 20, 10. 20, 20, 10, 5, 5 is what I usually go for, which is probably overkill, especially for the phase I'm at in the game in my proper save. But this is just the habit I formed. Usually I'm like already like into the proper species by now. This is just like super slow compared to what it is. All right, so now we're gonna unlock sexual reproduction. Okay, so as we're like a blob of like ooze. We get here, and now we can pick our path. So we can go to phagocytosis, which is evolve in the direction of the animal kingdom. This is a major evolutionary fork. Or chloroplasts, evolve in the direction of the plant kingdom. This is a major evolutionary fork. We had sex. Or chidin, evolve in the direction of the fungi kingdom. This is a major evolutionary fork. If you are going to play the game, I highly recommend that your first playthrough is either a chloroplast or a chidin, okay? I would probably lean toward chloroplast first, but chidin is pretty fine too. You can do this, you can do whatever you want, it's fine, but like, it is significantly easier if you do one of the other ones first. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go, should we go, which should we do, chat? Chloroplast or chidin? Hard CH Joe. Oh, shidin? Shidin. Do we want to be a shoroplast or a shidin? Shidin? Okay. All right, so we're going to go shidin. All right, so now we're going to go, now we have to evolve some more. So we go to multicellular. We go to spores. We go to bryophyte. Brophyte. This is going to take a while. Okay, so now we can evolve sentience, or because I've already done a run as a molding, I can pick molding, okay? But like before, if you get here, it's just gonna say sentience. It's not gonna say challenge gene. It's not gonna say molding. Now, a big part of the game is doing challenge genes, okay? If you go to challenge genes, you have this down here, okay? Oh man, this was even before I did Joyless and Steal-In. So challenge modes and scenarios, you have to unlock these by resetting the game once before, okay? So don't worry about this, but this is important later on, okay? So no starting plasmids, no free trade, no manual crafting, junk gene. So a big part of the game is gaining mastery. So if you do a run with all 4 of these activated, right, you get, see how this turned into a gold star up here and it's up here right now? So if I take these away, right, now it's like, okay, now it's a plain star, now it's a bronze star, now it's a silver star, now it's a gold star. If you do that, if we go to stats and we go down to perks, right, you have mastery here. My mastery is 5.25. Okay, so for every achievement that you get, right? So like led a certain like lost 250 soldiers in a single game, wiped yourself out with nuclear weapons. See how I have these stars here? So each achievement you get is worth 0.25% mastery. Now we'll see when we get into the game. Every single point of mastery from here is worth a production bonus. So if you have 1% mastery, you have a 1% production bonus to whatever you're making. So because there's so many achievements, this really adds up. So because I did this on like a plain star, like no star at all, this is only worth 0.25% mastery. But if I did it on a gold star, which is doing it with all 4 of these on, now it's worth 1.25 mastery. So this really adds up, even though this really makes it slow, especially this one. This one's really rough. This one is the second rough one. These two are almost like they're not really that different. No free trade is like, who gives a shit. No manual crafting can be shit at first if you're used to clicking the craft, but like I actually prefer it with this on because I hate babysitting the resources. So if you have, but these two are really rough. I would say this is the hardest one because plasmids give you a huge production bonus when you reset. That's basically your prestige resource. But if you get used to it and you get your mastery up, eventually you can overcome it, and then it's easier. It really adds up with production bonuses that you can get. So let's turn it off and we'll just do a normal run. So we're gonna go, if we do sentience now, we're gonna get a random fungi race. There are 3, or we can go molding. So let's go sentience. We can pick molding right now. We're gonna go sentience, and now we got Shroomy. Oh, base Shroomy are so good. So we're Shroomy. The Shroomy are a race of mushroom-like creatures. They prefer dark places away from sunlight. Okay. So every race has their own traits and their own strengths and weaknesses. I don't know if I would recommend going to the wiki to see, because the wiki is really good. So spoilers for Evolve, the wiki is a big part of the game. So if you go down to species, it will show you all the species that are in the game. So I will go to Shroomy right now and I can tell you what they are. So Shroomy they're detrivore, which means that they consume dead matter for nutrition, which means that they don't need to make farms. They're spongy, which means they can't population won't grow when it's raining. They're Nyctophilia, which means that they don't like sunlight and they're happier when it's cloudy, and they're toxic, which is really good. You want to be toxic. 20% factory money, alloy, polymer production, 8% nanotubes, staining production, 30% cement production. Like unironically, they're one of the best races in the game, especially when you want to do a fanaticism inheritance. Like they're really good. Anyway, so. And this is the game. So a lot of it is like setting up builds and doing things. So now you're going to click to get lumber, and then we're going to we're going to research clubs. Now we're going to gather some food. And after we do that, we're going to get some bone tools, and then we're going to gather some stone. And after you gather some stone, you can unlock the sundial, and then you're going to gain knowledge and you can research some stuff as you go. All right. And this is the game. And you just kind of, it's like, this is like aquarium, how are my fish, and the rest is kind of like, hey, like let's just set up run. So I want to set lumberjack to my default job, so all my new pops will go and be lumberjacks, and I don't have to worry about farmers because I just compost lumber, and it's like a pittance of lumber. Like you won't even feel this. You can have like so many of these, and it's never ever gonna matter. So you make civilizations in this game. Yeah, you build up a civilization like that's based on one planet at first, but it can go later. I won't spoil it, but like it goes pretty far. I haven't seen the full ending yet because it's insane, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. You won't have a build queue when you start. You have to unlock that. That's a bonus that I got as I played. So scientific method, I just like queue some shit up and go. I'm not playing like at a high level at the moment, but yeah, and that's it. And you just keep going like that. Is it fun? I think it's fun as a progression system. It's really interesting. The stuff in the mastery and the plasmids and the phage and all this other stuff is really interesting to me from a progression standpoint. Is it better than Mario Odyssey? I think so, yeah. I love this game. We want to get a rock quarry. What do we need for that? We need some stone. All right. So now that I have a rock quarry, I don't need to click anymore. I'm done clicking. I don't need to click to gather anything. These are just useless now unless you want to micromanage to the point. Like I just need to click to build new things, and that's it. And that will increase the passive stuff that will be made. That's it. and that's it. You keep going. So I won't show anything else. This is the game. There are, if you look at the wiki, I will show the wiki again if you want to avoid spoilers. There are a lot of races. See them all here. A lot of races. There are a lot of achievements that you can get, and each one of these is worth. It'll tell you what to do with them. Each one of these is worth 1.25% mastery. There are a lot of universes. There's a lot of different things that you can do. There's a lot of prestige systems. There's a lot into this game. And the wiki seamlessly reads your save file. So the way that the wiki knows that I've done this, the wiki knows I've done this, the wiki knows that I haven't done this, right? So yeah. Oh man, this is a very old save. I've done almost all of these on 4-star as well. So the wiki is like the in-game almost. It says that if you don't want to be spoiled on stuff that you shouldn't use the wiki, and all the stuff when it comes, like right now I'm a shroomy and I can't see what my special stats are as a shroomy, right? There's a system that you unlock later that after you do genetic sequencing of your race, it'll show you the traits that your race has. So you can get all the information in game, and there's even like a way to unlock it so you can see more stuff. So on that hand, the wiki kind of felt like cheating when I realized that was in the game. But on the other hand, there's stuff in the game that you will just not be able to know how to do without reading the wiki. Like even one of the major resets is just bonkers for like finding out how to do it. Like I don't know how anyone would just stumble upon figuring that out. That's something that you can do. So I don't know. Would you recommend Mad or Bioseeds? Here's what my recommended path is for you to do now that I've played the game quite a bit, okay? I think you should do like maybe you should do one Mad reset to unlock some of the challenge genes and some basic unlocks for your save file. You should do a couple more Mads and maybe 1 or 2 Bioseeds with only having a 2-star run. Don't do a 4-star. Do a 2-star. Do the 2 easy ones that I just said. Do a couple of those. Then still as a 2-star, after you've unlocked all the easy stuff in the CRISPR genetic line, do a 3rd reset, which I won't tell you what it's called, but do the one after Bioseed. Keep going after Bioseed to get into a different universe, because every single 4-star that you do in another universe also gives you the mastery as if it was in standard. So I did a bunch of 4-stars in standard, and now I have to do them again when I didn't have to do them twice if I had known that accordingly. Do you know what I mean? Like if you do a 4-star in the heavy gravity universe, you also get the 4-star credit in the standard universe at the same time. Now I've already done a bunch of them in the standard universe, and now I have to do them again in the heavy universe, and I would have and I didn't have to do that. So it's better to get into a different universe as fast as you possibly can, especially if you're going to do the 4-stars. Mastery counts a little bit less in the other universes like that, so it can be a bit off. What's he cooking? Yeah, they're different universes, and the different universes have different rules. Who is he talking to? Someone in chat asked what I would recommend they do. This game's pretty deep, man. You should look into Numbers Go Up Idle, a combat-focused idle game that goes so unbelievably far. I have a friend that's been playing it for years, and it isn't a third through somehow. Yeah, that's on Steam, isn't it? I've heard good things about that. How did you find out about this game? I googled what's the best idle game 2023, and a bunch of them popped up, and this was one of them. Average days per reset then? 4-stars seems like they would take weeks. They don't. Like you can get pretty a 4-star run is about as long as your first run to get to Mad. Because right now you're playing the game the first time, you don't have the bonuses. Like all you're really losing is like you get it. You don't have any cost creep right now. You don't have any plasmids, so the hardest ones don't change anything, right? So however long your first one is how long the next one's going to be. The crafting one doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest, especially if you pick a good race your second time. Like just plan accordingly. And the free trade one is like doesn't matter at all really. Anyway, let's get this off the screen. The crafting really hurts to be honest. Do you think so? I don't click the craft as often as I should. Are you talking about later on? Later on I could see it, but I've never done the later ones with crafting on. Like I've been doing 4-stars almost the whole time. The first ones kind of suck, but then once you get some mastery going, it feels a lot better. I find the game very relaxing. The crafting and trade ones hurt extremely bad if you're playing actively. Well, there's your problem. Honestly, I would recommend only doing 3 stars so you hit the 3rd universe. Rush to Evil Universe, get the upgrades, and then grind 4-star in Antimatter. That might be a good plan. Like not doing 4 stars super early might be good. I'm not sure about 3 stars even. What would your recommended path be? Again, this is spoilers for the bonuses you get in the different universes and the different challenges. I haven't seen all of those because I want to be surprised. I did a really, really hard achievement. Spoilers, it was the Galactic Landfill achievement. I did that one, and on 4-star, my first time I did that reset, and I was positively giddy about what kind of perk it was going to give me after I did it, and then I got it, and it gave me literally fucking nothing. And I don't mean like it was a bad perk. I mean, there was no perk associated with that achievement. I was so pissed. I thought I was like, yo, I'm gonna get something good. This is a really hard one to do, and just it's just an achievement. This is like, there's nothing to it. So like, I was pretty angry about that. But then I did the 99 Super Colliders one on that same run, and that perk, oh man, I'm like still giddy. I'm head over heels for that perk. Oh man, that is a good perk. So I'm happy I did that one. Like that's a really, really, really good one to get. So I guess it all worked out in the end. Having a 4-star white hole, like as my first one, was also pretty good for getting the planets after that. What game are we talking about? Which okay 5 minutes ago. I turned it off the screen because I'm an idiot. Should we go back to Eric? I feel like it's an awful game if you realize how much you can micromanage, which is why I couldn't get into it after my first few runs. Maybe I should try it again without touching it often. Yeah, maybe setting an alarm. Here's what I do. I whenever I sit down to check how Evolve is doing, I set an alarm for 10 minutes to go off. And after my alarm goes off in 10 minutes, I turn my alarm off and I sit there clicking on it for 3 more hours. So maybe you should try doing something like that, only not fucking up the ending. And then you can just, have a life while also having this run in the background. I am a boomer who hates change, so I'm going to keep playing Cookie Clicker. But Cookie Clicker doesn't have any legs. If you know what you're doing, you can exhaust all of Cookie Clicker in about a week, can't you? Like, Cookie Clicker doesn't have a very long end game. I remember Cookie Clicker having like a fucking dungeon, and now it's gone. Hell no, you can't. You can. You absolutely can. It has a huge end game. What's the end game in Cookie Clicker? It's been updated. I recently went through the whole thing with Finn. Is there like something I missed? Can you create an Evolve idle thread on Jads? Okay, sure. Why not? 1 second. I do plus, right? Create thread. Evolve idle. All right. This is not a super popular game, I don't think. Like the subreddit for it is kind of dead. So I wonder if like this could be like an influx of people playing the game. The guys could be like, wait, what? What's going on? What is Cookie Clicker about? I thought you clicked on cookies and that's it. No, it goes somewhere else. What's the end game of Cookie Clicker? Isn't it just getting isn't the end game of Cookie Clicker just getting sugar lumps for your garden and getting heavenly chip prestige, and that's it? Like, I looked at the achievement list that we hadn't got with Finn, and we'd got pretty much everything. No? What do you mean no? Getting every achievement, I think we're like short only like most of the really hard achievements where you have to get like dragon harvest blessing combos and selling all your stuff with the temple guy that makes it so you get a click bonus, and when you sell your stuff to just like make a couple years worth of cookies per second in the minute that you just spam click, you know, that's it, right? You filled out the ascension tree. We got almost all of them, but it was slowing down to the point where we needed like trillions upon trillions of heavenly chips to get the last round of upgrades, and that's where I stopped. Pretty much everything in a week. That's not impossible in a year. What do you mean? If there's like 10 last like incremental upgrades that just boost the amount of cookies you're getting per second to an arbitrary achievement, then I'm saying that's pretty much done. There's no new big things to unlock. There are 3 mini games in Cookie Clicker, I think. There are 4, aren't they? There's the garden, the stock market, the temple, and the wizard magic thing. Although I wouldn't count those as mini games. I would say the stock market and the garden are the only 2 mini games. You did stock exchange in a week. Okay, listen. Maybe I'm not being clear, or maybe I'm just not communicating properly, or maybe I'm just like wrong with my definitions. Maybe that's the right one. Okay, if there's like a handful of achievements left that need an insane amount of grinding for like a crumb of an achievement reward, or just 2 or 3 achievements, to me, like grinding that over and over and over again, like I don't need to do that. I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. The real one that really like made me want to quit was that I finally got the juicy queen beet, that after days of letting it grow, you harvest it for a sugar lump. And I harvested it all excited thinking I would get to plant these, and then it's like, Lamayo, you got the seed but you can't plant it, you can only get these from mutations. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. Because the amount of sugar lumps you need to get that shit, just like no thank you, you know? So I feel like anything that requires an insane amount of sugar lumps, like I've seen, like there's no other big round of complexity, right? There's no new unlocks, there's no new systems that you get, right? Like we're pretty much done. How much did it took you to go from 15 to 99 super colliders on 4-star? It took a few days. I think that run doing galactic landfill up to 12, doing the first third reset option, 99 super colliders, it on 4-star, it took a while. I had 62% mastery, 65% mastery in the standard universe. I set it up that I was Ents that did fanaticism on a human, and then in space I just did the study ancients instead of taking the other perk, and that was all my bonuses. I had all the low level CRISPR upgrades unlocked, but that doesn't really matter. They don't really add much. I had religion unlocked with the priests that dumped them in there, and it took a while. I think it took about 4 or 5 days in order to do it all, which I know is actually pretty fast considering how early I was doing that in my progression run. But yeah, I think like 4 or 5 days. I'm amazed you got that far that fast in it. Well, I had child labor helping me. While I was streaming, Finn was clicking. Kate and Leo are still playing it on Lily's computer. They love clicking on the reindeers and everything. I basically had an auto clicker. How's the Evolve idle thread going? Oh, the sludge. Oh, the sludge. Don't worry about that for now, smiley face. By the way, you get more plasmids the more challenge genes you have on. So even just doing 1 on increases the amount of plasmids you get for every reset. So it's definitely worth it. I'm moldling. Is this supposed to be so slow? Yeah, the first run you do in Evolve Idle can be a bit slow, yeah. Just make sure you're capping out your universities and banks especially. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do those. Play Evolve until Devolver start? No, my save file's upstairs, it's not on this computer. I want to say thanks for bringing up Evolve Idle, as I am now playing it more than other games. Currently, the fungal kingdom grows, so thanks. I hate it. You're welcome. You're welcome. All these timers, it really makes you feel like you're playing Evolve Idle. Evolve the Idle! Nice! Just did first mad reset. It's going great. That's good. That's good. I'm on my way to my my third. Oh, spoilers, Boulder. I didn't know about that. Whoa, I would have been looking forward to that. Spoilers. What the hell? Mithril is a pain. Mithril's not bad. You don't need a lot of mithril. Here's the thing that maybe you're sleeping on. Iridium you need to buy. Like you can't really get enough iridium. Depending on your bonuses, polymer you can make, alloy you can kind of make, but everything that after titanium onward you need to buy a lot of, and you don't really need a lot of mithril. So if you just buy a bunch of iridium and alloy to support mithril being made at 1 per second for like, I don't know, an hour, like you're pretty much set on mithril for a long ass time. Polymer is more efficient at factories. Alloy is more efficient at factories. Polymer is more efficient at trade. See, my feeling on that is the opposite. I find that I get more out of my factories if I'm use them on polymer. Is it because I'm an Ent and all I'm putting in is oil? Maybe, I don't know. I find that the opposite is true. You do get a bonus from the alloy gene. Maybe I'm not putting enough into that, but in my experience, the opposite is true. Does Evolve have a lose condition? I believe some of the modes do, yeah. Thank you, Joe. I'm gonna raise taxes to max and buy already. Yeah, you should keep your tax rate pretty high. I find that once you get into space, the most important resource is money. If you're trying to bioseed or go beyond, I think that the first big goal you need to reach that'll set you up nicely. And I haven't looked up strategy of this game, so this could be completely wrong. But this is what I find works for me: is that money is really important. And my first major milestone to hit, along with unification, when I get into space, is to be able to have all of my trade routes buying things, and I'm still making money every second. Because for a while I have to like sell steel in order to balance the books. So that's one of my first goals is to do that. I literally can't use enough money. Maybe later on it's different, but like even toward my third reset, money was super important to me. Like I was waiting for my money to cap out a lot. Rolled ents on a volcano. Should I mad into a heat race or do some fanaticism hijinks with kindling kindred? Spoilers for Evolve. Salamanders are like a top tier race, so maybe you should mad into a salamander. Salamanders are like god tier. I think they're an S tier race. Aluminum is for some reason really good. Yeah, aluminum. My go-to for selling are iron, steel, and aluminum. And depending on the situation, sometimes I'll sell amber, and until I have tourism set up, sometimes I'll sell food, depending on what I need it all for, what I'm trying to do. Joe putting races on a tier list again. Evolve elves are pretty bad, so that's why I like it so much. I can't believe Joe called spoilers on a UI element he'd already seen. I haven't seen it! I've never seen this before! What do you mean? I've never seen this! This is the first time I'm hearing about Crystallite. Like, I don't know. It's part of Salamander. I've never played Salamanders, I just know they're god tier! The Valdi are a genetic disaster. It's a wonder they have survived this long. Yeah, the Valdi are pretty funny. Which CRISPR to buy first? I can't remember what the first rounds are. What are the first ones you have available? Cost creep is really good. So when you do a 4-star, the bad gene, the junk gene one that you get, the junk gene you get, unless you get really unlucky and get the worst one, which makes it so you have to fucking craft sandals for every single population you add. That's the worst one. Like, unless you get that, the junk gene is pretty, like, who gives a shit? Like some of them could be annoying, but they're not really that bad. The worst part about the junk gene 4-star part is that it reduces the reduction to cost creep that you have. So, yeah, cost creep is pretty nice. So I would recommend the cost creep. Don't really mess around with like the priests yet. Like faith is not really all that important. Listen, yeah, there's a race. I think it's the centaurs. Whenever you make a centaur, like you build a house so a new centaur can live there, you also have to provide them with shoes. I don't know why they did that. Like, it's not like the centaurs are even like really that great. Like. Like, it's not like they have something that makes up for this bonus. Valdi have it too, because Valdi have like every single bad negative trait that every race has. Like, that's why they're so annoying. And yeah, like sometimes when you do a 4-star, you can get that. You can get like that as your junk gene, and that makes it really, really annoying. So yeah, it's really, really bad. Wait, really? I tried to rush ziggurats. Do you need to unlock ziggurats? Yeah, it's the tier 2 faith upgrade. Priests are tier 3. Is it really? Oh, okay. You want to get that then. Ziggurats are really good. You really want ziggurats. Ziggurats are one of the best things you can build in space. But like, if you're going bioseeding, like ziggurats aren't really all that important for bioseeding. Don't get me wrong, it helps. But like it's not vital. The hit new idle game taking Jads by storm. Watch out for it. Guys, you should all get a chat room. We do have a chat room. We do. That's who I'm talking to. Have you tried Banana Republic challenge? Not yet. I really like the challenges. I'm just trying to get out of the antimatter universe, and get myself a little setup with some upgrades before I do that. and then I'm going to try the Banana Republic challenge. Again, I don't want to spoil it. I'll say what the name of it is. There's a challenge that I have available now called the Orbital Decay Challenge, and that looks hardcore as all hell. I don't even understand how that's possible. Apparently that's so hard, it came with a warning and said, "You're not ready to do this yet." I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? It's like, okay, thank you, game. Like that's so, like, I think that's the first time the screen has actually said you can lose this. You know, like even if you just sit there and just let the game run, you still might not be able to do this. Yeah. Spoilers for what the challenge is, because I know some people are interested. Spoilers. So here you go. Oh, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? I need to do it. All right, here you go. All right, hold on. All right, spoiler points on. Spoilers for Evolve Idle, okay? The Orbital Decay Challenge is as follows. After 5,000 in-game days, your moon crashes into your home planet and you lose both of them. And you just have to continue on without your home planet or your moon. I don't know. Like, what? That's insane. Like, what do you mean? Like, so there must be some sort of like salvage thing that replaces it or something. Like, there's got to be something. Like, I don't see how you can, but I'm curious to find out what it's like. But I'm not doing it yet. I'm gonna wait. It just crashes in a single day. Well, the challenge is called Orbital Decay, and it says something like your moon is in a decaying orbit, and they calculated that it's going to crash into the planet after 5,000 days. I'm going to guess it's not like on day 5,000. Maybe it like ticks over to like the tipping point, and it just comes crashing down. But yeah, it's 5,000 days. It'll crash. Yeah. I haven't done a single challenge yet. The Valdi is a really good one to do early if you're going to play the game for a while. It sucks, but it is... The bonus you get from doing the Valdi challenge is incredible for restarting. So it's really, really good. It makes the beginning of the game much easier. Joyless and Steal-In. I think Joyless is better than Steal-In for the bonus you get, but Steal-In's pretty good too. You should do both of them together, I think. Yeah, euthanasia is pogged. True, so true. So true. Many weebs are saying this. Keeping food issues in Evolve Idle always in the negative. Yeah, sometimes you have to like get to some good breakpoints with getting like steel hose or iron hose, depending on what race you are. It can be a bit difficult. Soldiers also create food, so maybe you want to make some barracks. When they hunt and bring furs in, they will also bring food in. Which is something I didn't realize at first. He just keeps talking on and on, huh? He's like me. Holy shit. What's the point of furs? In Evolve Idle, they're like a material. They're used to make some things. I think if you don't have religion unlocked, there's not really a good use for them at first. But once you get into apartments, you need furs for apartments. Once you unlock apartments, I don't think you'll ever have to worry about food again. I think it's so funny that many of the top tier species perks in Evolve are the ones that make it so you don't have to interact with the game's mechanics. Yeah, I think it's a flaw. Do you agree? I think that it's kind of like, I would rather that there's better perks that make it like more rewarding to have to deal with plywood and lumber and stone and all this other shit. Like, I find it kind of boring that to just remove wood and stone from as mechanics completely. Although Ents do have the problem of like, it's a little harder to get, well, it's not a little, it's a lot harder to get aluminum for a while. And also having to use coal in the smelters instead of wood is a real pain in the ass for a lot of the early game. I wonder if once you get, you know, unlock a spoiler later on, I wonder if that gets alleviated a bit. What is the game you're talking about? We're talking about Evolve Idle, the hit new Idle game that is taking Jads and me by storm. Is unification required while doing the space stuff? Not only is it not required, there's an achievement for not doing it. However, your first time going to space, absolutely unify. Absolutely. It is a huge bonus. How do I get into the Evolve room on Jads? It is a thread under Dragon's Den, so you have to look through the threads and join it, I think. Evolve Idle stream would be so funny. We did that yesterday.
Open the gate.
Oh, it's an oil rig. Anyone think it's weird that oil derricks don't require power in Evolve Idle? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful. But like no power, no workers, they just make oil. Like, Don't these games just become traffic simulators? And it becomes like your job is trying to figure out how to get traffic under control forever. Evolve idle but good. Whoa, whoa, bans! Bans! Permanently ban that chatter for 10 seconds, please. Have you done genetic failure in Evolve? Is that the Valdi one? Yes, I have done that one. I highly recommend you go with the fungus genus in order to do that, because then you won't have to have farmers. That makes it a lot easier. If you just started and you didn't do that, you should do a soft reset to start it. That's how much easier it makes it. Any steal-in tips? I'm 3-star. I mean, it's just a slog. Just prioritize trade posts so you can just get a lot of trade going. It's gonna add a long time onto your bioseed. You might not have made a lot of factories in your previous run, so make some factories so you can produce more alloy and polymer than you usually do, and then you know, and then you can have more trade routes in order to buy the steel. Like, do a lot of railroad in the ARPA. Evolve Idle has destroyed my life. I've just been clicking these buttons for 7 hours today. It's not even fun. Please help. Then just turn it off, chatter. If you can't control yourself, that you can't play it in moderation, then just, it's only gonna get worse. Just, like, seriously, just walk away. Take this moment to just, like, walk away. I'm serious. If you don't have the self-control to play it in moderation, like an idle game, especially one like this where micromanaging it can be fairly effective, then you need to be able to just, like, okay, I recognize that I'm not a good fit for this game and it's going to hurt my productivity. I should just stop playing it. It can be a good learning experience for that sort of thing. Evolve Idle has saved my life. It has prevented me from playing Diablo 4 for 24 hours straight. You played Evolve Idle for 24 hours straight instead? Here's the real way to just destroy your life. Play Diablo 4, and between every map, alt-tab out and do your idle bullshit for like a couple minutes. Then be like, okay, do another map. And then after you're done, oh, it's time to do something else in Evolve Idle. Oh, okay, do another map. That's what I'm doing. You just said it stopped you from playing Diablo, though. Which one is it? Plot holes. I've been playing Evolve Idle on my first run and got to space. Should I reset already? Yes. But if you are enjoying the pace that you're going at right now, you don't have to. Like, there are some people that go all the way to the 3rd reset on their first time, which is probably gonna take you, like, no joke, like 3 weeks. So if you're strapped in and you're happy with the pace you're going, then go for it. But I highly recommend that you do a mad reset, which is mutually assured destruction. You should have unlocked it by now. I strongly suggest you do that. I strongly suggest you do. This is the path, okay? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I strongly suggest you do the following. You do 3 to 5 mad resets, then do a bioseed reset. Don't mess around with any of the challenge genes except for maybe 1 or 2 if you think that they're not going to slow you down too much. Do a bioseed under that. Possibly do the challenge run genetic defect or whatever it's called. What was it called? Evolve Idle Wiki. Gameplay challenges. Failed experiment. No, that's not it. Genetic dead end. Do genetic dead end if you're interested in doing a challenge to see how it is. And then after that, so 3 to 5 mad resets, then 1 bioseed with maybe 1 or 2 challenge genes turned on, but not all 4. Then possibly do a genetic dead end if you're interested in seeing what a challenge is like. Then after that, if you're enjoying doing the bioseeding, do a couple more. But don't stick around where you are for too long. Only do a couple more, and then do the 3rd reset, maybe with 1 or 2 stars. Don't do it 4-star. And after that, if you want to mess around with getting 4-star masteries and doing all the challenge runs, do it in another place. You will know what I'm talking about once you do the 3rd reset. That's what I think you should do. Have you tried the decay challenge? No, I'm scared to death to do that right now. I finally got out of the antimatter universe yesterday. So I'm out of antimatter. I left there with a bunch of plasmids, so I'm happy about that. I love how I just like was so careful about spoilers and then and then just fucking said it. So like yeah, I'm finally out of there, and I'm in heavy. I'm in heavy now. When do you go for Ascension? I haven't done that yet, so I can't tell you. My current plan is to get to 100% mastery in heavy and and cap out all my plasmids and stuff. Fourth reset is sunk cost fallacy land, and I will never get out. Oh, are you like realizing that you're not ready for it, but you don't want to give up? I don't know. Maybe I would be rather playing Evolve Incremental. I don't know. Like, yeah. How's my Evolve Idol brethren doing? Doing good? Man, there's this whole, like, stretch of Bioseed reset that every single time I do it, I just forget about. Like, in my head, it's like you jump from, like, Moon, Mars, and then Jupiter, and then you can do the other ones if you really want to, and then you're pretty much home free with the, like, the final grind. But no, there's this whole, like, extra section there where you have to, like get Illyrium going, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, like it just and you have to get like your research like so high, you need like 400k research, and I'm like, oh yeah, god damn it. And like it's like you have to, like, if you don't like leave the game idling overnight, like spamming super colliders, like that's actually pretty tough. I always forget about that like middle section. I don't forget about the nanotube grind at the end, like obviously that, but like the little bit before that's kind of sucks too. The space dock is like hard to build as well. Yeah, I'm currently suffering the hell grind. Yeah, the hell grind can be pretty hellish. Nanotubes go okay, so here's my issue with nanotubes, and am I insane in thinking that nanotubes are so hard to get because of the coal, right? If you go a little further after World Collider, you get the ability to mine a lot of coal. Like, a lot of coal. And I wonder, is it actually faster? Because the World Collider is way easier to build than the Bioseed, the Bioship. I just wonder if it's faster at certain breakpoints to go intergalactic and or interstellar, sorry. Interstellar. Get some coal going, and then you can just like blast the nanotubes out with like all 25 of your factories, like all nanotubes all the time. I learned Anfo from Evolve. What's that? Have you tried Cataclysm Reset yet? No, not yet. I'm really scared of that. I hear it's really hard. I wonder if it's harder than Orbital Decay. Probably not. Hey Joe, finished my third run of Evolve as the Valdi. Any recommendations of what to do now? Have you done a Bioseed yet? If you haven't done a Bioseed yet, then do a Bioseed. Was that your third run ever? If it was your third run ever, you probably want to do a couple more mad resets for plasmids to get some of the early upgrades. And then you want to start doing like at least 2-star runs, maybe 3. Yeah, I don't want to give too many spoilers for Evolve because it's a fun game to discover all the surprises for yourself. However, I will say that like I made a big mistake with how I approached some of the prestige systems, and I really wish that I had done the third reset a lot sooner than I did, and then did all of my 4-star runs after that, because I did a lot of 4-star mad runs for mastery, and now I have to do them again. So I highly recommend you do like maybe, I don't know, at least 3, maybe 5 mad resets. Then do like a Bioseed or Valdi. Maybe do another Bioseed after that if you liked it. And then with plasmids like turned on still, do like a 2 or 3-star third reset. And then you can go from there. I'm addicted to Evolve now thanks to Joe. How's it going? How many resets have you done? I'm doing my first evil run. I think the Bioseed ship is ready to go probably like any minute, so you know, proof of love that I'm here streaming. Proof of love. None so far. I've just unlocked early space and research. You should probably reset, but if you're enjoying going through it, then go for it. But it will get very, very slow. Oh, really? What does that do for me? When you reset, you prestige, and you get like a huge production boost. To get back to where you are right now, however long it took you, it'll take you like 1/5 of the time, probably. Yo, really? How do I reset? Have you unlocked Mutually Assured Destruction? If you have early space, you should have it. Make sure you maximize your population before you use it. Barracks soldiers count for population, so you want to get as many people and soldiers as you possibly can. And that will give you more of the prestige currency. It just seems very silly to me how in Evolve all these different species like Ents and shit are all developing the same space age technology in the same way. There are some differences there, but yeah, it's a limit of like of the structure. It's just kind of like flavor. Most of the races are very similar. I did appreciate when I built a biodome on Mars as a race that doesn't have food. That the biodome specifically like took the time to say that they weren't growing food. It was a demon race that eats souls, and instead they were growing flowers there that were attracting souls to the area. So like the game does put some effort into kind of differentiating what it would be, but the technology is largely the same because I guess it would be too hard to do otherwise. Wait, what are you talking about? We're talking about the hit new idle game, Evolve Idle. That we just keep talking about, that some people in chat are probably getting genuinely mad about. Why would demons even want to go to space? Because it's fucking rad. It's because it's fucking rad. Joe enjoys the rigorous combat of Evolve Idle. There's combat in Evolve Idle. Like, you joke. It's not very good. I feel like Evolve Idle also contains a dating sim. No, that's Evolve Idle. You're getting Evolve Idle confused with Evolve Idle. Classic mistake. Chat does it also. How do you like Heavy Universe? I'm about to get my first Bioseed. My first run was just a 4-star Bioseed, so I haven't done anything in the Heavy Universe far from that yet. I'm Imps. First Demon Race, too. How are you enjoying the game so far? I'm not having a good time. I'm not having a good time. Would genuinely rather be playing Evolve Idle. Genuinely would rather be playing Evolve. Put Evolve Idle in the corner and see if viewership goes up. It won't. And my save file isn't on this computer. It's on the computer upstairs. I could go get it, I guess. Off topic, as the top one Evolve Idle streamer, I just got to space for the first time. Is it better to reset or keep going? Is this your first run ever? If this is your first run ever, absolutely reset, yeah. You don't have to. If you're having fun, keep going, but like you should reset as soon as possible. Yeah. Joe, you're the reason I'm doing a Valdi run and it's pain. Did you do the fungi genus beforehand? Because if you didn't and you just started, you should restart and do the fungi genus beforehand. Because then you don't need to do farmers. Twang. How many times should I mad before trying to bioseed? It depends. If you're not going to mess around with mastery or anything like that, which you should, but you don't have to if you just want to explore some systems first and see what the game has to offer. You can bioseed probably after doing 2 mad resets because you'll be at soft cap for plasmids. But if you're gonna buy CRISPR upgrades and you're going to try and do like 2 or 3 stars, especially the crafting one, then you probably want to do more than that to get some of the first round of CRISPR upgrades so you can actually do the crafting challenge gene. Because don't do the crafting challenge gene until you've unlocked like all of the crafter upgrades on the CRISPR. They're really, really important for that. So yeah, if you're messing around with that, you might have to do I don't know, 5 mad resets, maybe something like that. If you're not, then you can do 2, and then you can just go straight to bioseed and see what that is like. I did crafting challenge with 0 CRISPR upgrades. It was absolute hell. Yeah, it's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. What's Evolve Idle about? I've never heard of it. Just Google it and it'll pull it up. It's an idle game, an incremental game, and it's about making races or species on a planet and then killing them all and then doing it again, but this time faster. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Are we going to see a stream of that game? It's not really a stream game. I did show it on stream. On my first run in Evolve, which kingdom should I go for? Not the either fungi or plant. Just go with one of those 2. If you go fungi, just hope you don't get Sporigar, because they're kind of annoying, but the other two are fine. Sporigar's fine too, just kind of annoying how they procreate. You're supposed to use this game to pass the time while Evolve Idle is running. Damn, so true, so true. Do you know if you pause the game or close the tab, it'll save up double time, accelerated time for you when you come back and play it later? Up to 8 hours. Ah, people know. I didn't know, holy shit. I know, it's a real game changer. It actually is a good thing to use if like you just recently started a new run but you can't click and get it started to a good place where letting it idle will result in some good resources. Just like close it and then you'll have double time to start the run later. If I put my PC to sleep mode without closing the tab, the time doesn't build up. Does it really? Imagine turning your computer off. Imagine turning your computer off. Damn. Ever feel like there's too many games to play? Oh yeah, all the time. Which is why I spend most of my leisure time playing Evolve Idle. So what's this new Thermite thing in Evolve? So today is the summer solstice, so they have events in Evolve, and you can make thermite and burn it in a bonfire, and if you burn enough all the thermite, you get a feat. I don't know what the feat does. I don't know if it gives you like a permanent perk afterwards. It's actually really hard. I don't even know if I'm going to do it in time because you only have it until tomorrow or the next day. But as you're burning the thermite, depending on how much you're burning, you get a morale bonus. So if depending on where you are in your runs, it might be worth it for you to do that for the extra morale. The morale boost is insane. Yeah, but it's pretty rare. Unless you're into a deep run, it's pretty rare that it's morale that you need and not plus max morale. Usually you're capped by the max. What is Evolve? Sorry, Evolve is an idle browser game that me and some people in chat are playing. It lets you get more tax rate. Yeah, but usually when you're in that point, I guess early on, but you have more things better things to spend your crafters on early on, and later on you don't really need money. You need a lot of money in the early interstellar phase, or maybe early interstellar. I can't remember. The early interplanetary phase, you need a lot of money. After that, it's just kind of eh. How many mad resets should I do before going further? Depends on what you want to do. If you don't want to mess around with doing 4 stars mastery, which you probably shouldn't at the beginning, you want to do maybe 2 or 3 mad resets and then go for a bioseed. If you are going for more mastery stuff and you want to turn off like some crafting with the challenge genes, then you want to unlock a lot of the CRISPR upgrades involving crafters, which might take you more than 2 to 3 mad resets. As someone on their first run, why would I want to do a mad reset? Because when you reset, you get plasmids, and plasmids are very, very powerful. Plasmids are like a prestige currency. Also, after your first mad reset, you unlock religion, which is very, very powerful. So it's very worth it if you're not doing a challenge run on purpose to try and do like a 2nd or 3rd reset on your first run. You should mad reset as soon as possible. Which governor is best? I just always use criminal and nothing else. I would say that depending on like what you're trying to do, there are ones that are situationally better. Like the priest one is probably the best if you're doing quick mad runs, but I don't care. I don't want to find out. But criminal is the one I always go for. I think it's between criminal and sports for the absolute best. But I tried to do sports one time on a fast reset, and the knowledge cap being lower really messed with me, so I didn't do it again. But on longer runs, I'm guessing it's probably fantastic. But criminal's pretty good too. Not bureaucrat. I don't think bureaucrat's that great. What does bureaucrat do? 1 extra task? Oh, I barely use those a lot. Sorry, I barely use those. I like use them for spies and containers, and that's it. Increases your government slightly. Oh, depending on how much the slightly is, that might be really good. I've done 3 mad resets. Is it too soon to try genetic dead end? It's not too soon, but you might have trouble with it. Genetic dead end makes you have it forces you into a 4-star, I think. So your plasmids aren't going to do anything. So like, how much mastery do you have? I think I did it with like 10% mastery, and it wasn't too bad. The 10% is not a big deal though, so it's not really going to make that big a difference. It's not going to make or break. So you can probably do it right away. The sooner you do it, the better if you're going to be doing a lot of runs. Do you do any pause management where you pause the game when you know you won't get back to it in a while, so you get extra double time. Yeah, that's actually the only reason I'm continuing to play the game right now, because otherwise, Evolve Idle, despite being an idle game, really rewards you from playing it actively, because you will hit like max stuff pretty quickly, especially early on. Later on, you can let it idle. So being able to do that and have double time has saved it quite a bit. I use it all the time. Have you done the Evolve Solstice event? I've seen it. I haven't done it because it takes a long time unless you're already in established run. If you're in a run already, and then does it just show up, or do you have to do a reset and then it shows up? It just showed up? Okay. If you're in an established run, you can probably get it done somewhat quickly, but like if you're starting over from scratch, I think it's gonna take quite a while. So I'm doing the Decay challenge in Evolve Idle right now, and it's not going well. It's kind of annoying. What's the Decay challenge? So the more of a resource you have, the more you lose every second. Normally you don't lose anything unless there are some conditions with some races lose food every second. But most of the time, if you have like 1,000 iron, you have 1,000 iron forever unless you spend it or you make more. In Decay challenge, if you have 1,000 iron, you start losing like 0.5 iron a second. And if you go up to 20,000 iron, now you're losing 2 iron a second. So the more you have, the more you're losing from Decay. So you have to match production with the Decay, like, to counteract it. So it just makes things a lot slower, and you might have to use trade to get to certain breakpoints to get a building done. But the rewards for it are really, really good. If it decays down to a previous threshold, does it keep decaying at a faster rate or go back to how it was? As it decays, the decay gets slower if it's eating away your resources. Until it hits like a point of equilibrium. So like your production can hit 0 and you'll just stay steady. If the decay is exactly matched by your production. Evolve heads, I gotta tell you, man, I'm really not enjoying the decay run that I'm doing. However, I am trying fruitlessly to burn all that thermite in the bonfire at the same time for the event, because I don't know if it gives mastery or not. I don't think you get anything for it. Soft reset, oh my god, but I want the bonus. It's good bonus. Does anyone else think that the Reddit blackout is pure cringe? Like, I think the vast majority of people that use Reddit are like me, in that they didn't even know that people used third-party apps for Reddit. You know what I hate more than anything about it is, like, I don't know how bad of a guy Spez is, right? Spez is the CEO of Reddit. Obviously, he's a monster because he's the CEO of Reddit. However, there's no way he deserves the vitriol that is being thrown on his way, man. Like, people, like, I'm pretty sure that if a bunch of Redditors got the chance, they would literally kill him. Like the things they're saying, like come on, like, this is like bullying on like a wide scale. Like, calm down, everyone. I hear he wants to make everyone play Valdi all the time. Oh, never mind. I'm with it now. I'm with it. The file is named evolveidle.png by Jelly. This is a Jelly joint? I should have known. Playing as Ent, what do? Just build shit. Just enjoy. Ent is a pretty good one to start with. Although, I think that Ent is a little overrated because there's a period in time, you get over it though, where getting aluminum is just awful. And also because there's only one resource, or a bunch of resources taken away, the other resources costs are higher, and they can push you out of storage limits. I think when you get much higher into certain production values, and you can get through Interstellar faster, that the aluminum thing isn't going to hold you back. But like, it was a pain in the ass for me. Have you tried Balrog Bioseed? I haven't, no. I did Imps on my Hell Planet, and then I left. It was the first one I did in Heavy. I just wanted to get out of there. At any point, you can end the expedition and collect your Candles of Hope. During normal expeditions, making it to the next inn is usually worth the effort because it will award significant additional candles. So it's like a reset in Evolve Idle. Each expedition, you earn Candles of Hope, also known as Plasmids. Samberqua is the realm's largest theocracy. That's a good government to have in Evolve Idle, although you do have to, it's more of an endgame thing. You have to have some priest unlocks to do it. Don't do it early on. Have you finished your decay challenge? How painful was it? I just got to Interstellar. It's not that bad. I have to play differently, and I like that the challenge is making me play differently, because usually I just bank up a bunch of resources while it's idle, and I just buy a bunch of stuff. Now it's much better to it's much more efficient to queue and make sure that you spend resources and keep them low, because you'll generate more faster when it's low. So it's not going too bad. It's definitely doable. It's probably a faster run than my antimatter 4-star. I'm in the heavy universe right now. So heavy universe 4-star on decay is, I feel like it's faster than the antimatter 4-star third reset. Antimatter just sucks. Reinforce. Oh, we can do +2. But don't I just upgrade my weapons to get better ones? Isn't this just a waste? It's only 10 more damage.
Stay down.
Oh man, we're doing a lot more damage now. What do you even mean it's only 10 damage? It's 8.3% damage increase. Think of those nanotubes. That's true, yeah. I would be salivating over an 8.3% increase to my nanotube production. I checked Evolve Idle while I was on break, and I have 400,000 plywood. So I'm pretty excited to use that after stream. I switched over to making bricks now instead. Wow, one stock exchange. That's so freaking awesome. It is. Thank you for being excited with me. I think I've been sleeping on the way that you can stack production bonuses on Mars with the fabricators. That's a big boost. You don't even them out and produce the same amount? No, because for every different craftsman that you add to the same production product, you get a boost. So if I want a lot of something, usually I just produce it all at once and then move over to another item. I have like 1 or 2 or 3, depending on where I am in the stage of the game, on Mithril, like forever. But for the rest, I just move the rest of the craftsmen around usually. Evolve Idle, don't play it. Yeah, it's a pretty great game. Don't play it. Absolutely don't play it. This is not a bit. Don't play it. Very addictive. It's pretty awesome to have when watching streams in the background. Aha! You've realized my cunning plan. Associate me with the idle game that you're playing when streams aren't up, and also play it when streams are up. And you get this constant reminder, oh, where's the stream? Oh yeah, I remember the streamer that got me into that. And then when you get sick of the game, you'll be like, fuck that streamer that got me into that. Is this the same Joseph Anderson of Orbital Decay challenge completion? No, I haven't done that. I've done basic decay. I haven't done orbital decay. Orbit decay is scary. Although the tooltip is finally updated saying that I have enough mastery to try it, but it's probably going to be really slow. Oh, hold on. There's an Evolve question. Just finished ARPA. How much longer till my first reset? You are almost there, fellow Evolve player. You're almost there. Just a couple more, okay? Rocketry next, and then you'll see it show up. How the fuck do you get more uranium in Evolve? You buy it. Uranium is something that you want to purchase for the most part. Thankfully, it's only very small quantities, but yeah. Iridium and uranium are the 2 things that you're going to be buying more than anything else. You're not really going to be able to mine it yourself. Everything else you can get on your own. Limitless power? Oh, you did the decay challenge? 8 megawatt oil power plants? Limitless power. That's a joke for 5 of you. Please enjoy. I'm mad at Joe. I've been playing so much Evolve Idle. Yeah, it can be a bit addictive. If it's taking too much time, then quit. Seriously. Don't be afraid. Should I mad the Cyclops run or Bioseed? I took Fanaticism with Gnomes. I don't know what gnomes get offhand. Like, what's your mastery in plasmid production at? Like, if it's still pumping and you want to see a bioseed, then go for bioseed. I'm on my first run and I hit a bit of a wall getting into space. Seems like setting up moon bases and iridium helium grind is a slog. Okay, do you mean this is your first run going to space, or this is your first run, period? First run, period, you should have already reset. If it's your first run going to space, then yeah, it can be a bit slow. Like, you can bioseed your first run. I don't recommend it. First run period, yeah, just mad reset. Like, you are missing some major bonuses, for sure. Mad reset, like right now, just do it. Well, cap your population and your barracks as well, and go again. That's what I recommend. Evolve bit is the new worst bit. It's not a bit, we're playing the game. We're just sharing our experiences, sharing the game. How many runs would you recommend before doing a bioseed? I would say 3 or 4. If you're gonna be doing it 4-star, then more than that. Maybe 10 or 12. Just finished my black hole engine, waiting on 99 super colliders. That's hard to do, 99 super colliders. Are you doing the 12 solar masses at the same time? Because I did that as well, and I think that was done first.
How do we proceed?
There's a 12 solar... Yeah, if you get your black hole up to 12 solar masses, you get it's an achievement. You don't get anything for it, though. There's no perk. If you're at 4-star and you gain the mastery, it's worth it. But other than that, it's like, yeah, it took a long-ass time, man. It took a long-ass time. Someone was asking how to increase their neutronium production. Build more miners, obviously, but at a certain point, it's not worth it. If you've capped that out and you also don't want to spend the nanotubes on mining drones, you want to build up Mars. Mars is deceptively very strong. When you first get to Mars, you might be like, oh, this isn't worth it. Mars is very worth it once you scale. Especially when it comes to high population and ziggurats. It needs senpais, yes. In Evolve, how do you get more storage for uranium? There is an upgrade that you need to spend alloy on for uranium storage. You'll get it shortly after. It might already be in your research list. It's pretty expensive, but you do need to take it in order to proceed through the game, whether you're resetting or you're continuing on to the next stage. Over a day to build the stellar engine? You need to move some stuff around. It should not be taking you more than a day to build the stellar engine. Like, oh man, are you 4-starring with like 10% mastery? Like, what are you doing? Maybe if you are, then I guess it would take that long. Damn. I reached redacted in Evolve, and I'm too scared to do my first reset. Now I've gotten so far. Absolutely reset. You don't know, like, if you continue to the 3rd reset, like, it's gonna take you, like, no joke, it might take you a whole month. You should absolutely reset at this point. Do a tier 2 reset. You don't know what's ahead of you, man. It's gonna take a really long time. Definitely reset. Highly recommend you reset. Do a tier 2 reset though. Don't do a tier 1 reset, because if you've gone that far, do a tier 2 reset, which is the ship. Do the ship. Okay, there you go. All right, I might use that. That's just increase more power. 10%. Is that even worth a button press? Speaking of 10%, I'm at 90% mastery in Evolve right now. I can feel that breakpoint coming. Well, not breakpoint, just like a milestone. 100% mastery, man. I'm excited. I think if I get the CRISPR mastery upgrade, standard mastery, I think it'll bump me over to 100. I'm not sure. It's so expensive though. How long did it take you to do your first reset ever? Hours. Like, the first resets takes a while. After that, every reset should be faster, except for a challenge. What the hell is that?
Be safe. This will be easy.
They're good at Evolve Idle Race. So true. I think Salamanders are the best race. Hit 100 mastery in Evolve, by the way. I got an upgrade that gave me 10 more points, so I'm pretty happy about that. Technically, I'm 99.4. Is it worth it to store phage, or should I spend it on upgrading minor traits? I don't know. I'm banking a lot of phage at the moment myself, but I did buy one of every trait, except for, like, I think 2 of the ones I don't really care about. I think you should probably buy one of every rank, yeah, so you have them all when you start. Later on, phage does something. It doesn't do something really strong, but it helps, so you might want to bank it and see. What's your mastery at? 99.4%, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about. Pretty good idle, like, not idle, a track screen. Sorry, I'm so Evolve pilled. Alright, QTE, and then we're into Evolve idle. all the things to do while the QTE is going. How often do you play games in your own time? Lately, like, not at all. the only game I've been playing lately in my own time has been Evolve Idle while I am like hanging out with the family, and I'm just like clicking and like walking away, coming back to it, seeing how it is. That's it. Oh, by the way, Balder, did you see that? Did you see my message in Evolve then? It gave me the achievement when I deified into Toxic after getting internet, so it worked. So you were right. So even though the achievement says you need to use fanaticism and then get internet, that's just like a guide of how you can do it. You just have to meet the conditions of being trolls, having Toxic, and have the internet researched. I'm never doing a 4-star ever again. The Valdi are awful. It's a good way to get rewards, though. See, you're going to want to do 4 stars for some of the challenge rewards because you get a higher tier of them. But, you know, I think you could probably do the whole game only ever doing 3-star. But, like, when you do the challenges that are set, you have to do it 4-star. So, you know, it's good to build up mastery. But you can still get a lot of mastery just doing 3 stars. What game is this? Evolve Idle. It's like game of the year. Is 21% mastery good for my first black hole run, and try adding challenges to it? If you're doing it 4-star, I mean, you can do it, but it's going to be rough. My first tier 3 reset I did with 4-star, and I had 50% mastery, and it took about, I think, 5 days. Not super active play though, so like your mileage is gonna vary. If I was to play Evolve again from the beginning, I would probably just get out of standard as fast as possible and do a T3 reset. I would do like maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 mads, then 1 or 2 bioseeds, and then I would just do like a 3-star or maybe even a no-star T3, and then build up mastery somewhere else. What is this? It's an elaborate bit where I talk about a game that doesn't exist. The game, okay, some people might not think I'm realizing I'm kidding. The game does exist. It's an idle game that me and some people are playing. What's the best race for a first run? First run ever? It doesn't really matter, but going a fungi might be a good way to learn. How quickly do you mad? I keep doing mad, but I want to get as many plasmids as possible. If you're just farming plasmids, then it's better to do I think 2-star is optimal. Maybe, I don't know what's the most optimal way. It's definitely not doing 4 stars. If you're doing them for mastery at the same time, then yeah, do 4 stars or 3 stars. But if you're just going for plasmids, I think doing 0-star is optimal because you'll just rip through them as fast, like really fast. As long as you get your population up to around 250, research bunk beds, cap out your barracks, you should be getting almost... Actually, you can probably get even more than 250 population if you're going with no challenge modes. And you should get around 120 to 140 plasmids from that, I think. Get Valdi done ASAP and get the first 3 cost creep upgrades for sure. Yeah, Valdi are good for if you're doing a lot of mads. It makes the beginning a lot easier. Should I spend more research or just reset now? I don't know. What's your game state? Buying more research, it says that if you get more research points, you'll get more plasmids, but it doesn't really do all that much for a mad reset. Population is the best thing. If you're getting anywhere around 140 plasmids and it's hard to increase your population right now, then just reset. Now's the time. And you definitely want to be doing like a few mad reset before you do a bioseed reset. Once you get deep into the game, like decay is just as important as a Valdi challenge. The decay challenge reward is like off the charts, insane bananas. I think even doing it 3-star is really good, but I recommend doing it 4-star. The Cataclysm reward is insane too. Fierce. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm live. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm typing in Evolve then. Hey, how's it going? Hey Joe, new to Evolve Idle. Should I reset as soon as I unlock it the first time? Not literally as soon as you unlock it, although you can if you want. It's not a bad thing. Try and get to the point where you're gonna get at least 100 plasmids on your first time. You should be able to get at least 100 plasmids from your first reset. 100? I only have 5. No. When you So when you do the genetic sequencing, you get plasmids, okay? But when you reset, it gives you like a lump sum of plasmids for resetting as well. So when you reset, if you mouse over the mutually assured destruction, like launch the missiles, it'll tell you how many plasmids you're going to get for resetting. That's what I mean. You should get at least 100 for your reset. Don't sit there and let the plasmids accumulate from the genetic sequencing. That's not worth it. Like, if you have like 5 minutes left and you're going to get some soon, all right, do it. But like, don't, that's not how you get plasmids. You get plasmids from the reset. Okay, stream manager. There's that. Oh, how are my gnomes doing? I have Evolve Idle on the computer down here today, sorry. All right, let's build some cabins. Let's queue up some farms. I can build some temples, some amphitheaters, some banks, university, smelters. Let's queue some smelters. Let's... Oh, I can make steel. Oh no, I need to buy some steel. Oh shit. Alright, buy some steel. There you go, I got some steel. Now let's queue the steel. And then... There we go, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, good. Phew. Phew. Can we see it? You don't want to see Evolve Idle. When I say I'm checking on my fish, I'm playing Evolve Idle. What do I want to do? I want to queue up like a bunch of banks. And then just a bunch of universities. Because I'm playing Idle right now and I just want to cap the knowledge. There we go, that's good. Alright. What are you playing as fish people? I'm actually gnomes. So yeah. I'm doing my final Bioseed run for the Heavyweight Champion perk, which I'm very excited to have. How many plasmids should I be aiming for each reset?
I don't see any other way.
Depending on where you are in the game, like you're doing a mad reset, bare minimum you should be getting 100. Bare minimum. If you're not getting 100, you need to build more population. If you have a couple resets under your belt and you're going 0-star, then you could probably build yourself up to around 140. And if you're doing 4-star or 3-star, it's like a mix somewhere around 140 again. But it'll take you longer. So if you want to like mad it around 120, that's fine too. What does star mean? They're challenge levels, challenge genes in Evolve Idle. It's an incremental game that we're playing. After you do a couple runs, you will unlock the challenge genes in the CRISPR upgrade after doing genetic sequencing. And you can spend plasmids there and you can unlock challenge genes. And if you do runs with challenge on, you gain mastery for doing it and for unlocking achievements. And that's like a permanent production bonus. It's a really cool system. I like it a lot. Is there a benefit to take them? Yeah, so like if you do an achievement with 0 stars, you only get 0.25% production bonus. If you do it with 4 stars, you get 1.25, so an extra 25% for each star that you take. And later on, it's even more than that because there's an upgrade to amplify the effect. So it's hard going. Like the 4 stars are really rough at first, but it snowballs. Right now, I'm at 116.4% mastery from doing all the achievements and stuff on 4-star. I typically only play on 4-star mode now. Is Clive a top 3 Final Fantasy protagonist? My weeb, he's not even the best protagonist in his own game. Top 1 for me. His development was just superb, and playing New Game Plus and see what he starts out like and knowing what he becomes, it's a journey to see him evolve. Idle. Alright, I'm feeling really tired tonight, chat, so we're not going to start Ghost Trick. I was going to, but then I've decided I just can't do that tonight. So it was this Evolve Idle or no stream at all. Are we talking about Evolve Idle, Joe? No, we're talking about Witcher 3. What race, species, whatever do you recommend for someone new to evolve? Either a plant or a fungi. At the very beginning, pick the fungus one or the chloroplasts one. Those are 2 good starter ones. Because it'll help with farming. Because farming is kind of a pain in the ass when you first start the game. Done Ascension yet? No, I'm gearing up for it. I'm at 122% mastery. The last couple bioseeds I've done have given me like, I don't know, almost 8% mastery each, because I'm just like hitting all the achievements with it on 4-star. Like multiple planet types that I didn't achieve greatness on yet with a different genus. Also getting like, I got Heavyweight Champion, I got Verrazano, I got Creator, like all these on 4-star. So I got a lot of mastery from that. I've played way more Path of Exile than Diablo 3. I did a video on Diablo 3. If you want to go watch it, you can. I'm very interested in this genre. I'm really interested in this genre because to me, Vampire Survivors and its ilk are also in this genre. Some idle games are also in this genre to me. They're kind of lumped together. They're related. You know, not exactly the same, but they're related. So I enjoy thinking about this genre quite a bit. Is Cookie Clicker in the genre? Kind of, yeah. Like, number go up, yeah. Incremental progress. Doesn't have to be an incremental game to have incremental progress. Fallout 76 videos are pretty good. I watched this one back somewhat recently, actually. I watched it back on ×2 speed while I was playing Evolve Idle, I think, and I thought it held up quite well. You have Evolve Idle and Subway Surfer going picture-in-picture for max engagement? That's true. Still haven't found a flare planet in Evolve. That's the only planet I haven't seen yet. Oh, the planet, like, special quality of planet I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen a Savannah planet as a planet type. And I haven't seen a flare one. I got that first Bioseed. A Flare or a Savannah? You have to do Flare is a minor effect. No, it's a quality on the planet, and you get like achievements for doing them all the different kind of quality of planets. So I haven't seen a Flare one yet. Savannah, you have to have done a seeded on a grassland planet to see. So that's why I haven't seen it yet, because I hadn't done another one of them. But I have now. I still haven't seen it. Evolve Idol, featuring the Fun Gal Chan. Ooh, fungi are pretty goated. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Hey Joe, did you get to Ascension Evolve? No, not yet. I'm thinking of doing that. Maybe next week. I'll start doing that. I'm pretty excited. I've never gone to that level before. What cheese is your banking? I don't know. I don't know what cheese is my banking. I don't have my save file down here. I've done quite a lot of resets now. Like I must be close to 100 resets. So whatever that is. What's this? Oh, it's loud. Mozzarella often comes to salt water too. Not the mozzarella we get. The mozzarella we get comes. Show it's in Evolve Idol Den. You're gonna have to join the thread. Maybe someone will post in Dragon's Den so you don't have to. You guys don't know the cum 2077 meme? Only the best cum-based memes here. Chat, just finished my first Mad in Evolve Idol. Fanaticism or anthropology? Alright, Smear, let me give you the skinny on fanaticism versus anthropology. Okay, so if you are just going to be doing another mad reset, which you probably will be doing, okay, you want to go anthropology. Unless it is an absolute... Okay, so when you pick fanaticism, you inherit a trait from the last species you played as, and you can look on the wiki to see which one you're going to inherit, okay? If it is a banger trait, it might be better to go fanaticism. If the last one you went was Ent, and you inherit kindling kindred, then it's worth it to go fanaticism. But in almost every other case, if you're just doing a mad reset, you should just go anthropology. If you're going past a mad reset, if you're going to tier T2 or T3 or whatever, it is almost always better to go fanaticism no matter what the trait is, because fanaticism scales better. Can Evolve discussions stay in Evolve Discord? Can Ula Pana Panda's thoughts stay in their own head? Permanently ban this chatter for 5 minutes, please. Remember all the Evolve talk? Hey, Evolve talk is a feature. What would you rather me talk about? How I went to the bakery with my wife and they wouldn't let me bring a can of Coke Zero in? Like what do you want? At least we're talking about a game. Yeah, you all typing yes even before I finish what I was saying there. By the way, chat, my Bioseed ship was probably finished an hour ago, so I hope you appreciate this. All right, so I'm gonna send my Bioseed ship while I'm on break. It should only take me a couple clicks. So it's my first time getting a Bioseed on a Savannah planet and a Flare planet with like a genus that I've never done a Bioseed with. So how much mastery is that gonna be? It's on 4-star. How much mastery is that gonna be? 6%? Something like that? A little shy of 6%? I'm excited. I'm excited. What's a Bioseed? That's how I got 4 kids. Anyway, I'll be right back. Get up and walk around if you've been seeing the whole time. Thank you to Dalmec for gifting a sub to Bioseed Boy. Nice. How far are you with the Hubble Flip Turbonaut research in Evolve, or are you still looking for the soda pop frequency? I'm in between. I got past the soda pop frequency, but Hubble Flip is still on the horizon. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it. I'm a little daunted, especially considering that I'm on 4-star instead of 3 or 2. So, you know, I know it's a wall that's coming up, but yeah. I'm not sure if the Harry Potter house that I picked for my race is going to be good for that stage of the game. Opinion, there should be a moon support +1 per base tech upgrade sometimes after Mars. Yes, no? Okay, maybe the way you're playing the game is different than me, Balder, but like here's what I do on the moon. I build 1 iridium mine, 1 helium-3 mine, and then that's it. I don't build anything else on the moon for ages. And then when I get to the gas giant, I turn both of those mines off, and then I build like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 observatories but only with navigation beacons. I don't even build another moon base. Every single bioseed I build like an moon base, and that's it. I'm so low on iridium helium-3. Helium-3 you get from the moon is very inefficient. It's way better to just like rush gas giant and get it there. And iridium, the iridium mine is not worth the support. Like the iridium you get, like I'm at the point where I just checked when I was upstairs. I have 136 point something mastery, and like I can't produce iridium. Like it doesn't. It's not worth it. I just buy it all. I can never, ever produce iridium. When I have plasmids on, I can produce iridium, for sure. I have 2,988 plasmids right now, and I have a very, 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 very big plasmid upgrade if I have 3,000, so I'm pretty excited for that. I've been looking forward to getting it for a while. How many anti-plasmids do you have? 1,400 and something. I also have about 1,400 spicy plasmids, and I have about 2,000 sweet plasmids. I have only 2 sour plasmids. If anybody is curious what the upgrade is, the spoilers for Evolve, because it is a fun upgrade to find out exists. So you know you've been warned. You know, the upgrade I'm gonna get is called Transcendence, and it lets you pick both anthropology and fanaticism at the same time. Very excited for that. Very, very excited. I don't play Evolve, but my feet have flown off my shoes. I actually took my earbuds out. Nice. I'm a little nervous to do a Cataclysm reset, but that's on the horizon for me. But the rewards for it are so good. Oh man. Show us your Evolve save file. My Evolve save file is upstairs, so I can't show you. It's not on this computer. I don't play Evolve down here. We never left Evolve idle. Glad you brought that up, Merrick. I think that before break, my first Stargate will be finished. I've never built a Stargate before. I only have one thing to do left in my Banana Republic run. I'm very excited. All right, chat. So my Stargate is finished building, and wasn't expecting that. That can fuck off. If you've played Evolve to that level, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Wasn't expecting that. Let's just say that without spoiling exactly what it is, let's just say that it is constructed, but just like me playing this game, it is very hard to turn on. All right. Wow, the Valdi run sucks. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's not too bad. The lesson to take away from the Valdi run is that the negative traits on the species that you get are usually, or the junk genes that you get, don't really matter all that much. Like, it's still possible to progress even though it is slow, but it's nothing is like really all that harsh, you know? Except Hooved. There are worse ones than Hooved, to be honest. Hooved is really bad at low mastery and everything, but it's not it's manageable later on. Hooved is pretty bad. Gnar is so much worse. Gnar is really bad, yep. What language is this? We're talking about a game that me and some people in chat are playing called Evolve Idle. It's an incremental game that some of us are playing. Oh man, I am sweating so bad because it's so hot down here. Oh man. As you get older, like chronic conditions that you have can like evolve and make you more idle. I don't know what my favorite kind of game is right now. Evolve Idle. If the computer is left to idle for too long, it'll evolve. It'll go into lockdown mode. It didn't work. Not only did we stay here, but Ciaro got sent into the computer system, and I was moved with my room to that cave where I just played video games and caught fairies for a really long time until you came along. Okay, just do another black hole reset. What are you doing? About to start Decay Challenge in Evil Universe. Any advice? I didn't do it in Evil Universe, so I can't really know how it's gonna work there, but it's not that bad, really. Like, just know that some of the projections that you're gonna get are gonna lie to you because of the decay. The closer you get to it, the longer it's gonna take. Trading is gonna be important. Trade routes are important in order to bump you up a little bit on a certain resource that you need. And storage doesn't matter as much, obviously. Evolve Idle, we're playing it. Lots of us are playing it. You're not? Oh my god. You gotta get on that. Alright, what should we get? It's not so bad though. If you've already done a tier 3 reset, which you must have if you're in Evil, then it's really not that bad. Are you doing it 4-star? If you're doing it 4-star, then it might be that bad. Hope you have a lot of mastery. What mastery should I have before going 4 stars? Like doing decay at 4 stars. When I did decay at 4 stars, I think I had around 80% mastery, and it was not that bad. I did a 4-star reset in antimatter, and that took longer than the 4-star reset I did of decay in heavy. So like it's not that bad. Do what your heart desires. Okay, I'll go upstairs and see if I have 7 million wrought iron. Okay, that's what I want to desire to do. How idle is Evolve Idle? In some respects, it's not a very good idle game because it does reward you babysitting it and micromanaging it. But you can definitely play it just checking in. I only ever play it when I'm upstairs looking after the kids or just like chilling out in the room with them. It's not a game that you just play all by itself. It's not like Cookie Clicker. Cookie Clicker you can just let sit for a long time, come back in, make some progress, and then there you go. Although the golden whatever and the golden cookies in Cookie Clicker are kind of shit. I'm into the next stage of Evolve Idle, by the way. So if you've played it and you've done a mad reset, that is considered T1. So there's a T1, T2, T3, T4, and I'm doing my first T4 on 4-star, and it's my first T4 ever. So I'm doing a T4 right now. And it's going pretty slow, but I'm enjoying it. I wasn't at first. When I first got into the T4 kind of zone, I was like, what? But now I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. Very, very well-designed game. I just started 4-star decay. I expected it to take a month. Nah, it shouldn't take that long. I think my 4-star decay, and I did it when I had, I think, somewhere between 70 and 100% mastery. I can't remember how much mastery I had when I did my 4-star decay in Heavy Universe, and I think it only took me like 3 or 4 days. So it shouldn't take that long. The baloney wall has been pretty maddening, though. I can't lie. Would you play a Steins Gate idle game? Nope. Although if I did, that would be the first Steins Gate game that I played. Evolve Idle bullshit not like this. It's not like that. Up to 4 soul gems since Joe's been on the fight. Wow, that is actually damning. Wow, I suck. Wow, I don't think you could have engineered that own to be more hard hitting to me. Well done, Chatter. Plus 4. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. If you don't understand it, a soul gem is a resource in Evolve Idle that is notoriously difficult to get and kind of drips out on you. So like you might leave the game running overnight and come back and only have like, I don't know, 8 of those. So someone's got 4 since I've been here. Thank you so much. Are you still playing Evolve? Have you heard of Trimps? I've played Trimps a long time ago. I didn't really like it that much. I don't think I like the theming of Trimps, so I bounced off of it. It's weird because it's all text-based, but Evolve is also a lot easier on the eyes than Trimps was. Maybe Trimps has had a better update, but like it's just better presented, even though it's just text and boxes and stuff. It's easier to take in. I'm doing one of the hardest challenges in Evolve right now. I'm doing Cataclysm. Need some more polymer. Can I afford it? I can. Alright, there we go. That's done. Alright, here we go. I never understand this bit. Isn't the same upstairs? It's downstairs now. I moved it downstairs. Are you doing it on an ascended planet? I am. Looking at orbital decay makes me worried. How am I supposed to black hole in just 1,000 days? I don't mean to burst your bubble here, but that's not a T3 reset. It's a T4. You're not supposed to T3. You go further than that for orbital decay. I think that's the hardest challenge in the game, apart from Cataclysm. It might be harder than Cataclysm actually. Don't do that until much later. And you're not supposed to beat it before the moon comes down. You're supposed to get yourself set up before the moon comes down. If you get really far into the run, then the moon drops earlier. So yeah, you can't just avoid dealing with a scenario. You have to plan for it. Already got to a point where I have to grind for plasmids. I suppose I have to mad a lot, which is the fastest way to do it. Why do you have to grind for plasmids? You shouldn't have to do that yet. If you want to grind for plasmids because you feel that that's the stage you're at, you can. The fastest way to do it is probably 1 or 2 stars. Don't do 4 stars, but don't do 0 stars either. Definitely do 1 star. Pick a species that you're really comfortable with, and just go through it as fast as you can. Definitely don't take away the plasmid star. Don't have that one on, and then just grind it out as fast as you possibly can. Are avians the best because of the extra trade routes and no cement? Are they the best species? No, but they are pretty good. Whatever you find is the fastest way to get through a mad reset is what you should go with. I don't exactly know what would be the fastest one to do that at the level that you're at. Possibly ants, although ants have the problem of aluminum being a little tricky for them. Maybe avians? Maybe gnomes? Salamander is pretty good because of the 10% discount. Yeah, but if they're talking about grinding mads this early, they probably aren't on a planet where they can have salamanders. But yeah, I agree. Ants are pretty good, and they're on every planet. Ants are pretty good for doing fast runs. Oh, I have salamanders right now. Salamanders are excellent for grinding out mads if you have them available. Yeah. Evolve idle video. I thought about it, but like, what kind of visual am I gonna put on screen for it? What's the T3 reset in Evolve? Is it the... Yes, it's that. Yep. Put exotic matter in it. When are we going to play an RTS? There's a couple RTSs that I've heard are pretty good that I'd like to try. There's one I found out about recently that is supposed to be like Total Annihilation. I bookmarked it. Let's see. Where is it? Oh no, I get to check on Evolve while I'm here. Called Beyond All Reason. Would you Evolve Idle is more of a game than Steins Gate? Yeah, Evolve Idle is actually like a legit game. Steins Gate is not a game at all. And that's not an insult against Steins Gate. It's fun to say it because it triggers some people, but it's not meant to be an insult. It's a VN. VNs aren't games. In Evolve Idle, which governor do you recommend? If you're doing a mad reset, then do Spiritualist, unless you feel like another one would be better. In pretty much all other cases, I just run with Criminal and just don't have to think about it anymore. But I think Sports might be better in really long runs, but I wasn't brave enough to try it. This is the trolliest area. Like if we were streaming what I would want to play 100% right now, you'd be watching me play Evolve Idle. Okay. Did you have long-lasting trade routes in Evolve? I always have to adjust mine for morale, and it seems like a waste of time. What? What are you doing that your trade routes are linked to morale? What? Maybe I'm not understanding the question. Trade routes are pretty powerful. I'm auto-selling food and other materials. If you're selling food, like, you must be in the really early game. If you're like, other than that, so trade routes are really good in the early game for making extra money, and then when you transition over to space, you want to sell either steel, aluminum, or copper, depending on what you have the most of. It's probably not going to be copper though. And then you want to, your main goal in space is to make it so you don't have to sell anything anymore. Like, you can have all of your trade routes devoted to buying stuff that you need, which is going to be iridium and alloy, and for a little bit helium-3. That's what you want to do. And then after that, like, trade routes become kind of useless, to be honest. Like, or your trade routes are just like permanently just iridium and that's it, nothing else, which is useful, but after that, kind of useless. I don't know what stage of the game you're at, but if you're super early on, your trade routes are going to be, you know, powerful for getting whatchamacallit, for getting money, but probably not that important. I got to Iridium with Balorg. God, do I miss trade routes? I would suggest you don't play Balorg unless you have the ability to remove that limitation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you know, you'll find it eventually, but like I don't think you should play with that. Maybe you're ahead of me, maybe you already know. Like maybe you're doing a challenge run. If you're doing the challenge run, then that's fair. Obviously you have to do it, but man, I would not want to go through that. Should I do orbital decay or a T4 reset first? I was told, I haven't done orbital decay, I have done a T4 reset. I was told that orbital decay is possibly the hardest thing to do in the game. I don't know if there's something harder than that. Maybe it's just the hardest challenge and there's a harder mode. I wouldn't do that for a long time. Joe, I'm trying to keep my genetic dead end species alive. What the hell is happening? Go fungi genus. If you're not a fungi, fucking reset, soft reset. Go to the settings and don't do a hard reset. Do a soft reset and pick a fungi genus. It'll make it much easier. Trust me. I'm already fungi. Well, then you're just bad. I don't know what to tell you. Wow, this. All right, chat. I just unlocked laser mining. I'm pretty excited about that. Not lasers, laser mining. Pretty big milestone for the Cataclysm run. I'm pretty excited. What the fuck? How much harder did I make the game from sequence breaking that? Like, is it, did I make it like go into 4-star? And like, Evolve Idle tournament for me, please. Is it like I went to 4 stars? Without any mastery? It's like a black hole first run? Nah, there's no way. I don't think I would have been able to do it if it was that case. Just start Evolve Idle and pick humans. Was this a bad choice? Nah, it's not bad. You should go plant or fungi your first time. I finished my first Cataclysm run in Evolve Idle. I am now waiting on the event that you have to wait, random event for it to end, and it's been hours and it's not happening, so I'm pretty annoyed about that. What project should I focus on in Evolve first playthrough? What do you mean by projects? ARPA? If you're talking about the ARPA, if it's your first time, you shouldn't do any of the ARPAs. You should just do a mad reset. So get research mutually assert destruction and then do it. Try and get as high population as you possibly can before you do it. I've not done a T2 reset with Genship yet, but I also have the opportunity to do World Collider before it. Should I do World Collider or do Genship first? You can do whatever you want. I would recommend that you do Genship first, yes. But you can do World Collider and see where that goes if you'd like, if you're having fun with that. Should I do Kata before T4? No, you should do T4 before Kata, IMO. That's what I just did. I did T4, then now I'm doing Kata right now. I still haven't had the event yet. Let me see. Oh, it's there! Nice. Ooh, 725 plasmids. Oh, how's Evolve doing? I have it paused right now to build up double time. Study or deify for decay 3-star. I have Capybara as second old god. 3-star. Do you have plasmids on? If you have plasmids on, then it almost doesn't matter. I would probably go with deify in that case. Oh, hey, Evolve then. Thank you, Mario the Mayo, who's playing Evolve now. Joe, can you please give me an anti-marble, please? Yeah, sure, you can have an anti-marble, but it only works in the antimatter universe, and we are in the matter universe, so... Personally, I'm an evil. On the topic of Evolve, when do you think it is worth it to spend Phage on minor traits? It is worth it to buy one of every trait with Phage, pretty much as soon as you can. After that, I don't know. I currently banked up like over 1,500, and then I got something to spend it on that was really, really good, and then I spent 500 of it, and now I'm just keeping it above 1,000. But it's good to buy one of every single one. Maybe you don't have to buy some of the ones like the one that increases healing time. Maybe you don't need to buy that one, but it's good to buy one of every single one. Why one specifically? Because you get 2 ranks of it instead of 1. The UI is not clear with that, but yeah, you get 2 ranks of it for free, and it's permanent, so you get it forever. Like every single time you reset, you start off with those traits and you get 2 ranks of them, so it helps a little bit, and it's also really cheap to buy one of each. The soft cap increase from Phage for plasmids also has a soft cap, so there's diminishing returns on the thing that's supposed to limit diminishing returns, but if you haven't got it yet, eventually Phage will also have a bonus on its own, which is good, so I like to keep some of it. I finished my Cataclysm runs, by the way. Iron Will's done. It feels really good. Hey Joe, I've done 3 mad resets now and have 250 plasmids, but it still feels like I'm hitting a wall. Should I do the gene challenges or keep mad resetting and getting CRISPR upgrades? So you have to make a choice, happiest toast, and anyone who's at this point has to also make a choice. Do you want to play the game for a long time, or do you want to play the game for a much shorter amount of time? If you're going to play the game for a long time, you should start doing 4-star runs. You should use your plasmids and buy the CRISPR upgrades to unlock the challenge genes and go through that. There are some of them you should unlock anyway. Definitely don't do 4-star runs until you have all of the crafting ones unlocked in the CRISPR for sure. If you're not going to play it for that long, or like if you're just kind of testing the waters with it, then I would suggest you don't do that and just like run without any challenge modes on and just go for the next reset and the one after that and see how you go. 250 plasmids with Temple should make it really fast. You might want to get priests though, I'm not sure.
I am sure your mother, watching you from heaven, doesn't want to see you like this.
What?
Just let it all out. It will make you feel better.
Holy shit, that was a mad reset right there. Straight for the nuke. What the fuck? Last night, I was, you know, running interception on the dogs. And I was sitting in my chair. And I was clicking an Evolve idle. So I was Evolve on fire. I'm actually over double time right now. I'm over 8 hours of banked double time because I haven't had time to look at it today. And let me tell you, I'm very upset about that. Very, very upset about that. Evolve question: is there any races with interesting gameplay elements I should go for? There are some races that have different buildings and some different styles of play, but for the most part, it's about either adding on some extra bullshit in exchange for some sort of bonus, or removing some sort of removing a resource at the cost of something else, which is why Ents are so powerful. Ents are so powerful because they remove so much at the cost of not really all that much. It makes aluminum kind of stupid, but you can account for that later on. But no, there's not that huge of a difference between the races in Evolve. It is important that they all have their different traits, though, but you'll find that out if you play for long enough. It might take you a while to realize why.
By the way, CNTs are extremely durable.
All right.
They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
You need 1.2 million of those motherfuckers to build a bioseed ship, by the way. 1.2 million, and that's not including the space stock that you need to build before that, and that's not including researching quantum manufacturing before that as well, which is definitely something you should do. It pays for itself easily by the time you get to building the bioseed ship. You need a lot of those motherfuckers. Trying to bioseed without unification right now. So many garages to build. Oh yeah,
it looks like we're pretty much done
doing it without unification is really hard. I did Cataclysm without unification.
About, right? Yep.
Okay, so what happened yesterday? Yesterday we ended with the recreation of the crime scene, which is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in video games ever, involving carbon nanotubes. Waste of a tube. You could use that for your bioseed ship, but no. I love these Evolve jokes. I'm gonna do my my second T4 today thing. I'm gonna do it with 2 stars. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm gonna see how fast it is. Thank you also to Wasted Electricity. Why is it wasted? Just get apartments right away. Thank you, Coke Monster. that was a bad Evolve reference. I'm sorry. In Evolve Idle, is there any reason to change out of the Democracy Gov type because it seems like easily the best one? Democracy is one of the worst government types. Early on in the game, it's just good just to have a government because you don't want to be in anarchy. So it's just good to have a government. The first round that you get are kind of shit. So, like, I can see why you think it's the best one because it's, like, the least bad one, right? So it has some bonus, it has a minor drawback. If you're doing mad resets, you should probably stay Democracy or go Oligarchy, maybe, until you get Technocracy, and then go Techno. Once you get into space, depending on the level of prestige you're on or whatever, you probably want to go either Federation, stay Technocracy for a while, or go Corpo. But you need to do a bunch of setup before you go Corpo. You need to have a bunch of tourism and some casinos. I think maybe 3 or 4 tourism centers and maybe 3 or 4 casinos, and then Corpo will take over. Maybe. But you need some prestige to make that work, so I don't recommend it. Theocracy is really good late game. The government types change as you go on, like which one's better. It's a pretty cool part of the game. I don't mess around with it too much, though. Usually I just sit in Federation or Corpo. But yeah, early game, you want to go Democracy or Oligarchy. You just want a government. Instead of looking at the bonus, look at whichever has the least downside that you can live with until you unlock Techno, and then go Techno, and then stay Techno until the end of the mad run. If you're going to space, then I would say stay Techno until you get Federation, and then go Federation. Anarchy is actually better early game because it gives you a big morale boost from drop stress. Yeah, you want to stay in Anarchy until you have, I think, 5 entertainers. That's usually when I switch over. I think Evolve is overdue for an update, isn't it? Usually it updates every 2 to 3 months, and I think it's been 2 months since the last update. I wonder if they're going to add any more challenges or anything to it. What game are we talking about? We're talking about Evolve Idle and or Evolve Incremental.
Don't you think?
How's it going, Evolve Idle heads? I found like a new mechanic, and I gotta say, I'm not really that impressed with it, and I wonder if maybe I'm not understanding its power. But it's like a late game spoiler, so I don't want to say it on stream. You're doing Decay? Decay isn't too bad if you prep for it. The rewards for Decay are awesome. First Joyless run? It's not too bad. Gets worse toward the end of it. Hey Joe, should I go for T3 first or Farm Mastery Plasmids first? You haven't done a T3? If you haven't done a T3, I recommend that you, if you can stomach it, do a 4-star T3 to get out of there, but it might take you a long ass time, so you should probably just do like a 1-star and then farm Plasmids and Mastery wherever you go after that. Because the way you get Mastery in Evolve Idle is that, okay, I can't avoid talking about spoilers for this. So there's different universes, okay? You start off in Standard Universe, and then after you do a T3 reset, you can go to one of the other universes. If you get an achievement in one of the other universes, it also counts as having it in Standard. The mastery you get from achievements, part of the mastery you get is universe specific. So if you do all the achievements in Standard, you're going to have to do them all over again in another universe, and now you're not getting the Standard reward for it at the same time. So you may as well get out as fast as possible and do them all in one universe instead of 2. You're gonna have to do them all in all the universes anyway if you're gonna play the game for a long time. Well, not all of them, but you know, most of them. How many? Oh man. Oh, a fly just flew in my mouth. I got it out. Ugh. How many estimated plasmids should I aim with for my first mad reset? Like, okay, so you get plasmids from doing your genetic sequencing, but you also get plasmids from doing the reset itself. If you mouse over, you know, launch the missiles, getting plasmids from genetic sequencing is not a viable way to farm them. Like don't just consider that like gravy. That's just bonus that you get. Like, don't worry about it. Your resets, you should aim to get your first time. You want at least 100. I think you can get at least 100. Like 80 to 100. After that, with stars and bonuses and everything that you get, like, you never want to mad unless you're getting 100. Sometimes you get close to 150. If you're anywhere between there, then you're doing okay. How long have you been playing Evolve? I'm going maybe a weekend, and I've done 2 mads, and I'm going for the next prestige right now. Next prestige. You mean the next reset, or you mean mastery, which feels kind of slow? It is a bit slow to start off, yeah. I don't recommend jumping straight into 4 stars unless you are in for the long haul. When is a good time to move past mads and do ARPAs? I would say my recommendation would be that you do, if you're going to do 4-star, you should do enough mads in order to unlock all the CRISPR upgrades that have to do with crafting, all the early tier set of the mastery ones, the challenge genes, and all the crafting ones, because doing crafting without the craftsman upgrades is really, really bad in 4-star. So some people don't know this, but if you're playing without challenge stars on, you can make plywood and bricks and wrought iron and sheet metal manually by hitting the A button next to it. Some people don't realize that, and they accidentally play on a challenge mode the first time without even realizing it. You can press the A button, or you can press the +1 or the +5 next to it, and you can just make those yourself and like instantly in a second, okay? And it makes it a lot easier to make that stuff. If you do a 4-star run, you can't do that anymore. You have to assign the workers to make it, and with your base stats, that is just like impossibly slow. So you want to make sure that you have the CRISPR upgrades that make it doubles the effectiveness of your craftsman. Not just that, but it's free. It's like it doesn't even use more materials. So you want to do that. If you don't care about 4-star runs, which honestly I would recommend for the first while you play it, don't worry about mastery too much. Just try and like see the different sets and get some plasmids. I would recommend doing like maybe, I don't know, 1 to 5 mad resets. Get up to about 250 plasmids. Then do a T2 reset to see what it's like, which is when you push past into ARPA and go to space. And then after that, I would just go straight for a T3 reset. And after the T3 reset, go to another universe. I would recommend Evil or Heavy. I went to Antimatter first. I don't recommend doing that unless you have a lot of mastery. You can still do it. It makes it slower. Antimatter Universe like legitimately turns the game into a proper idle game. Like your production is a bit lower, but your storage is much higher, so you can let it idle for a lot longer and come back and have a lot of stuff to use. But I don't recommend going there because it's a bit slow. It's a lot slower than the other ones. I would recommend going to Heavy or Evil, and then once you're there, decide if you're going to go for a high amount of mastery or if you just want to mess around with some more of the resets. Anyway, how's it going, phone fappers? What's Dragon's Den going on right now? Oh, they're talking about Ascensions and Evolve. Oh, that's based. Lunatic Eyes. Aw, man. Joe, when he's Evolve idling, got so bored watching the Final Fantasy 16 VODs that I started doodling. Who knew that the world had such wonderful streams? Thank you. The shade against me or the game or both. Oh man, look at the expression and the skull cloud too. Oh, that's cool. If you don't know about Evolve Idle, a core part of the gameplay experience is triggering the apocalypse and killing all of your citizens and then starting again from the DNA phase and picking a new species. I think a flaw of the game is that the species are too similar. I think I would have preferred fewer species and more variety, although there is a reason for that you get to later, I think. And also Ents are overpowered. Ents and the Heat genus are just completely overpowered. Like, actually needs to be nerfed, it's bullshit. Or the others need to be buffed. I think I would prefer the other ones to be buffed than those to be nerfed. It's just, like, it's just so strong. It's just, the game sucks if you haven't inherited Kindling Kindred. Thank you, Lunatic Ice. What causes apartments to be replaced by castles in Evolve? Some of the species that you can be have their own flavorful alternate versions of buildings. Usually they're functionally the same, so it's just a text flavor thing. Sometimes there are minor differences, but they're pretty rare, and sometimes they're in the cost of things. I think Draconids have different names for it, but that's also because they have different cost creeps associated with their housing, because they're solitary creatures. They prefer to be alone, so I think apartments for them technically count as solitary dwellings in each apartment, but their version of cottages get more expensive as time goes on. I'm doing my second ever Ascension right now, and I'm doing it on 2-star, and let me tell you, there was a part that, honest to God, was just as slow as it was on 4-star, and I don't know what to do about that. I was expecting it to be easy breezy cover girl, and it's not. It, like, there was a part where the whole run just ground to a halt, and I was like fucking pissed. So I don't know if there's a way to smooth that out, because if there isn't, I might as well just go on 4-star all the time, because holy shit, fuck this game, my god, why do you listen to? Well, you just block out the Evolve parts, just block it out. All right, here we go. Navarran Initiative. Not Evolve and going back to Navarran Initiative, Joe. You know what? I'll give you a now. I was just making a funny. You don't have to. You can see the end on stream. It's fine. Don't worry. You don't have to go back. Height, flight, ace set, crate, freight, crate, ace set. Someone's been playing Evolve Idle. Freight yards to get some crates. That's good. Thank you to some weeaboo for the hype chat. I missed the Evolve talks. I know when this came in. I did too during that. Legitimately went too far today. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. This isn't a bit. I really am sorry. That was a little too far today. Remind me, it's worth spending phages to buy one of each minor rank, trait rank, right? Yeah, I would say it's worth it, except for possibly the one that does healing. And until you have more prestige, the gambling one might not be worth it either. Evolve heads are ahead of me in the game. Am I missing a beat when it comes to two things? The first is, I'm going to say the name of the mechanic, and just don't look it up if you don't want to understand it. Pillaring, to me, like, doesn't seem worth it. Like, that doesn't seem like a big bonus to me. Does it stack or scale in a way that makes it worth it? Am I not understanding the power of pillaring? Because it seems like just mastery, but worse to me. And secondly, when you get into the T4 range, like, is there any way to make the second resource you get there go faster? Because, like, that seems like a bottleneck no matter how many stars you're on. I don't get it. Maybe I should just ask in the den instead. Joe, you've made me play Evolve Idle with all you're talking about it. Oh, what species did you go right at the start? How'd it go? Dude, I'm just trying to go for the T3 reset. Wish me luck. I hope you did a couple of T1s and T2s first, otherwise you're in for a long play session. Which it wouldn't be the end of the world. Well, it would be, but, you know, not in that way.
The test results show that you have some very special genetic abnormalities in your DNA.
I got some phage.
It's
Plasmids?
extremely rare.
1 second, an Evolve question. Which universe should I go to? First T3, 20% mastery. Okay, if you want to do a shit ton of grinding, you should go to Heavy, because Heavy gives you a bonus on your prestige rewards for doing the resets, okay, after Mad. If you're going to do a shit ton of Mads, you should go to Evil. If you're going to do a shit ton of Mads and Bioseeds resets to build up achievements of mastery, you should go to Heavy. If you want to get a really shitty part of the game out of the way now instead of later, you should go to Antimatter. But you're going to be in Antimatter for a while, and it's slow as hell. But those are your choices. So, like, I went Antimatter, and I regretted it, and I wish I had gone to Heavy instead. But it's not the worst decision in the world. 4-starring out of Antimatter took longer than my 4-star decay in Heavy. Like, because it's just so much slower production. But, you know, like, eventually you'll get there. Micro sucks, very little reward. Yeah, don't go micro. Micro is just for playtesting. And magic is kind of weird. Don't go magic. Your choices are definitely Heavy, Evil, or Antimatter. My NGU idol addiction has now switched to an Evolve idol addiction. Thank you, Joseph. You're welcome. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Do you have bunk beds already? I'm doing rapid fire back-to-back Mads. I don't give a shit about the plasmids. I'm only doing it for mastery. So I'm not even researching bunk beds. I'm just going for the mastery. That's all I care about. Rip. Yeah, I know. It might not be efficient, but I don't give a shit. I'm still getting about 100 of plasmids every nuke. So, whatever. Alright, got that. Alright, so now I need... I have rocketry, don't I? Where is it? Oh, I have rocketry. Okay, so I need one more library. 6 minutes? I can't wait 6 minutes. Oh, bioscience lab just popped. Okay, so I have it now. I have 122. I need a bunch of uranium. Okay, this is not going to take very long, chat. Alright, I got enough uranium. Now I just need the oil. Alright, we're almost done. This is going to take like 30 seconds. Oh, done. Alright, cool. Oh, mass extinction. Unlocked. Achievement icon unlocked. Achievement upgraded. Desolate smog. Nice. Alright, so 1 second. What's the next race I'm going to kill? Ogre. We're doing ogres. Alright, so we're gonna get mammals, giantism, challenge gene, and then ogre, and then just research a bunch of stuff right at the beginning, build a couple cabins and some farms, change the default, and then pause it, and there you go. Now I'm accruing double time. Cool. Alright. If you're only playing Evolve this stream, can you show your screen? I'm done. I'm done. It's over. Don't worry. We're past it. My second race on Evolve was Ant, and now playing the game as anyone else sucks. It's not so bad. Ent is really good for longer runs. It's not so bad. You'll get used to it.
Very meticulous.
Oh, great Evolve idle tech support. Should I do the Bioseed thingy or build the World Collider before that? World Collider is how you access the content after the Bioseed thing. So if you want to see what that's like, you can do that. But if it's your first time being able to do the Bioseed thing, you should Bioseed. Just did Joyless and Evolve. Oh, grass. That's a good one to get out of the way. Did you do it 4-star? Did you do it at the same time that you did Steelin? You should have done that.
Yeah, please do.
What is common about internet idols? You recommended Heavy Universe first, right? Yeah, if you're gonna go and get a lot of prestige rewards, Heavy is a good pick. If you're gonna do a lot of Mads, Evil is a good pick, because Evil is just like standard, like almost exactly the same. There are some differences, but it's very similar, and if you just want to get a lot of prestige from that. But Heavy is probably going to be your home universe, so I would suggest going there. Joe, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Evolve bros, are tourist centers worth it? They don't seem like it. So, first few times that you go to space, you, depending on what challenge level you're playing on, tourist centers and casinos might not be worth it, but you get more perks and stuff for them later as you play for the game to eventually, the first thing that you need to do when you go into space is transition over to full-on tourism economy, probably with going corpo government. You could probably pull that off too, but it might feel a bit worse at first. But if you don't want to mess around with that, then going Federation after unification is good too. Alright, let's continue. I want to see where this is going.
Crap, a lookout. Hide!
Great Evolve Master, are Citadel stations worth it? So there's better people to answer this than me in Evolve Den. I don't think they're worth it. Maybe a couple, but after that it becomes very hard to power them, and also the specific resource, the limited resource you use to get them is better spent somewhere else. I don't think they're worth it, but maybe later on, as you scale harder, they become worth it. A couple are worth it for sure, but not for a T3. Don't build any for T3.
What do you want to do about Leon?
1 second, there's an Evolve question. Any tips on speeding up genetic dead end run in Evolve Idle? Go fungi, so you don't have to deal with farmers. That will help a lot. I feel like that's probably the best one to go for. I don't know if you want to mess with inheriting a trait. If you want to inherit a trait, I'll do it too. If you can inherit the kindling kindred at the same time, that'll probably make it better. But apart from that, it's just kind of slow. Make sure you have the CRISPR upgrades that will make it so you can craft things faster. Do never ever 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 do a 4-star run without having that, because like it's balanced around it. You're gonna have a horrible time if you don't have some of those CRISPR upgrades for it. Oh, great deity of Evolve Idle, how many space probes should I build before doing Bioseed? Is it your first one ever? If it's your first one ever, then just like however many you can make when it's done, it's fine. Don't worry about it. If you're doing multiple ones and you're trying to find a good planet, I would say 2 or 3. I've done a bunch of T2 runs in Heavy and I'm getting kind of bored. Should I do a T3 and go to another universe, or do my first T4? 49 General Mastery right now. Are you doing them all 4-star? I wouldn't do your first 4-star T4 right now with only 49% Mastery, unless you've got a lot of perks. Have you done Decay? Have you got Heavyweight Champion? If you got Heavyweight Champion, then okay. If you're a couple runs off getting Heavyweight Champion, then finish that first, because it'll help. And then I suggest that you, if you're bored, then go to Antimatter or to Evil and get some stuff there. But like Decay on your way out. Like go do it as a Cyclops with a inheriting, probably kindling and something else. What's the other one you're supposed to inherit for Decay? Human? I can't remember. Evolve talk must sound very confusing to people who don't play the game. Well, you can fix that. You can play the game. How many times were you asked to play about Baldur's Gate 3 lately? Have you played it? I haven't played it. No, it's been asked quite a fair amount. Let's keep it focused on Evolve though. Let's not talk about some other shit game like Baldur's Gate 3. By PiggyWiggy again. Thank you, PiggyWiggy. Aww. When your idol evolves or something. I don't know. I've never played the game. Oh, it's Evolve Idol. It's Evolve Idol-Chan. Aww. Skirt Chain of Evolutions. Aw, the deets. Playing her made-up game. Wait, come on. It's not a made-up game. It's a real game. Aw, she's adorable. Idol pals. He's here. Bikoy's here with his hairy feet. Bikoy looking cute too. Adorable. Adorable. Thank you, PiggyWiggy. The banking of the day is cream, like the best of streams. It's also the cream of the crop, where the crop is cheeses. If you don't know, this is a reference to the game Evolve Idle, where the first time you play the game, you will research Swiss banking. As we all know, Swiss banking is very, very famous. And then the next time you play, Swiss banking has replaced with another cheese, and this keeps going over 100 runs. There are 100 different types of cheese banking that you unlock differently on every single run. It is one of the game's best jokes. Please laugh. Just started a joyless steal-in. I think I may have gone for this too early. Yeah, you want some mastery before you do that, I think. Yeah, maybe you went for too soon. Maybe like 20-30% mastery.
I'm trash. I can't fly.
That's true.
I don't deserve to live.
You can't fly. You know what can fly though?
We need to do something for him.
My current species in Evolve Idle. I'm doing a 4-star Iraq run in Heavy. Pretty fun to get the mastery out of the way. I have an Evolve Idle question. Go for it, Top Lolly. It's hooved. That's the bad trait you want. Hooved. Hooved is the one that you have to make shoes for feet. When should I start doing T3 runs? After you've done, you should do 1T3 run after you've done a couple bioseeds and a few mads. I would recommend that. If you're feeling really spicy, do it 4-star, but make sure you have a lot of the crisper upgrades. But if you just want to just do one, like 1-star or even no star, go for it. The sooner you do it, the better. Is it even worth doing 1-stars? Absolutely. 1-stars will are the fastest way to do farming for prestige currency. You could probably get away with 2 stars. But after the no free trade, the other 3 are very impactful. Because the cost creep really kicks in if you do anything past a T2. That's the second easiest one. How long does it take to do a run and evolve? Couple days, week? Depends on what kind of run you're doing. There's a length of a run I haven't even done yet in the game, and I would guess that would take me over a week to do. Depends on what you're doing. I can, at the state that I am in right now, I can do a 1-star mad in 40 minutes. And that's pretty, some people even higher than me can do it in 10 minutes, I think. Alright, let me pause Evolve Idle to get some double time, even though it's not going to help. I'm so bored of what I'm doing in the game right now. So bored. You did it, Joe. You got me to play Evolve Idle. How's it going? You enjoying the idling? Just started my Evolve journey because of you. It's actually pretty fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Evolve update. How you doing? Evolve has slowed down a little bit. I'm doing a bunch of like mads and stuff. I've done every single mad I could possibly do in heavy now, so I'm happy about that, but it's been slow going. It was really boring. So I was just checking in, even less than I was before, and just queuing and then walking away, so super inefficient. Evolve heads, why are soul gems so annoying? It like... Going from 4-star down to a 1-star one just to grind out some resources, and then you just hit the soul gem grind, and it's just like, god damn it, like there should be a better way to get soul gems. Like, there are some ways to increase it, but they're so minor. Ha 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 ha! What was that? I am the melter. They send me raw materials, and well, you can see how it works. Speaking of smelting, do I have enough soul gems to increase my smelting power? 1 second, chat. 8! I'm up to 8! Oh man, it's been going well since I've been gone. Oh man. That's good. Alright, there we go, done. Alright. Not another word out of you. We must have a card battle. What is this bit? It's not a bit. I have a browser game going on in the background. There's no bit. Not everything's a bit. For these streams. Streams. Only in streams, you'll see what it means. How's it going, chat? I just got to a new thing in Evolve Idle, and I have become as Evolve Idle meme. Evolver who thought they'd grinded the slowest resource finds new, slower resource they didn't know they needed. So, yeah, I'm a little excited, but upset about that. If you do not want to know the name of the resource, then just mute the thing for now. But the name of the resource is Scarletite. So if you know the game and you're ahead of me, I just encountered Scarletite for the first time, and I am left reeling at how much of that I need. Speaking of Evolve, I'm on my first genetic dead end run. Very excited. I just unlocked electricity. Ooh, good job. Are you fungi genus? So you don't have to do food? No, I picked plant, so I'm Valdi. Oh, so you went plant Valdi. You could go fungus Valdi. Like, you get to pick what the Valdi is. So you could have gone fungi Valdi. So you went plant Valdi. Plant Valdi's pretty good. Plant Valdi's fine. That's not the worst choice. I don't know how to get all these soul gems. What do I do? Evolve progress. I'm going post T4 at the moment. And I'm very upset. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I'm doing it 1 star at the moment. I was just grinding a T4 out for some stuff, and then I was like, I wonder what comes next. So I wanted to look a little bit, and so far I'm a little scared. How many antiplasms should I get until leaving antimatter for the first time? I would get at least 1,000. I can't remember the last time I played a game off stream. Evolve Idol. Does that really count though? In Evolve Idol, how do I get plasmids? Resets only. You get them from resets, yeah, but you can also generate them as you do runs through genetic sequencing, but that's not the primary way to get them. Like, you can get a couple from that, and it's fine, it's good, especially on 4 stars, but most of the time you want to get them from resets. Max your population and you'll get more. Also courtesy of Ash, you better keep your eyes on me. Who's this? Speaking of DNA, streams may have been idle last week. Oh, but our talented artists never cease to evolve and amaze. It's Evolve Idol Chan. Apologies to the Evolve Idol game dev if they ever have to go down this rabbit hole. I like her though. I like the Evolve hair. Very Nirvana initiative. I think I'm at the end of the mainline content in Evolve right now. A little sad. I could have got there a long time ago, but I wanted to go slowly instead of rushing through it. Joseph Long Con is to gather talented artists to draw sexy women for him. Huh. We have to make our own Chan-fueled game at some point. What are these down here? Very creative outfit. I like it. Have you finished True Path? No, I'm not talking about True Path. I'm talking about the main content. I haven't touched True Path yet. I hear that's that's almost like a whole other game. I'm excited to do that, but I don't want to get into that until I've done everything else. Evolution keychain. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? That's neat. Again, the deets. A hat trick courtesy of Ash. Idea I had after seeing PiggyWiggy's Evolve. There we go, Evolve Idol Chan. Hey, Evo Chan. Hey, did you hear about Baldur's Gate 3? Sure, it sounded interesting. So, what game are you playing? Well, you see, Evolve Idol is a Civ building idol game where you develop species and is actually really cool and not like other idol games. It's true, it's a good game. Do you know how many people I have playing it now in Dragon's Den? Or on Jads? There's quite a few. There is a french fry on the table, is one they're going to split and take home later since they are full. Wow. There's no way. Bazooka 2, grenade launcher 2. Oh, it has iridium. You have to buy most of that. I like the quad legs. Those look pretty cool. I got to the point in Evolve Idol on the weekend where it becomes Armored Core. It was fun. Is he kidding? Play it and find out. Is it normal to have a fuck ton of leftover amber in a Plants Evolve run? First reset, I literally can't even sell it fast. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Some materials that you get resources are just like, you'll sit at cap, it's fine. Don't worry about spending everything, especially in the early game. Yeah, it's fine. Like, your amber is one of those ones that you will go through times of like feast or famine. You'll have so much that you can't even spend it, and other times you'll be like, fuck, I wish it would generate faster. However, the real Freud is simply an ordinary human being, a man who enjoys piling his AC and making incremental improvements on his daily sorties. Incremental. He likes incremental gaming. Still planning on playing more this tomorrow? I don't know. Do you want to play Blasphemous 2 instead? Blasphemous, not Last of Us. Blasphemous. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk? Is that a Hi-Fi Rush mod or something? Something else won the ball. Alright. Something else is an Evolve Idol stream. Oh, owns. I'm about to go back to antimatter, so it's going to be real slow. Ho ho ho! You've activated my trap card. Man, half of chat hates Evolve Vital. That means half of chat loves Evolve Vital.
That's the Juggernaut. Heavy mobile kit.
50-50 Evolve Vital stream. Yes, literally anything else. Wow.
Juggernaut destroyed.
Evolve Vital plus Super Auto Pets. Could you imagine me playing Super Auto Pets? I don't think I would enjoy Super Auto Pets. I think people are done with this game, but I am curious to see New Game Plus. And I don't think I'm going to play it if I don't do it on stream. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It seems like we should do it, though, because what else are we going to do tomorrow? Like, we can't start a new game. It's that or stream nothing at all. Ooh. Nothing at all? Nothing at all? I love doing nothing. Play Starfield. I'm not a professional enough streamer to get it a day early. Maybe I should make you all pay for your hubris for saying no to Evolve Vital, and we will stream mapping and Path of Exile. Ooh. Oh. I'm also back in Antimatter and Evolve Vital, so I'm very unhappy about that. Helium. That's true. That's true. You do get helium 3 from the moon in Evolve Vital. You can build some kind of zoo at the outpost. I guess alien eggs would help with it. You can make an alien zoo. That sounds fun. Does it increase your max morale of your people in Evolve Vital? Why would you choose to play an endless game when you could spend the same amount of time playing the like 10 games handcrafted with passion? I think that question touches upon some of the appealing qualities of Vital games, whereas being able to make something a habit is appealing to some people. It's appealing to me a little bit. I could see, like as you mentioned many times on stream lately, I'm a big Evolve Idle fan. Yes, we stand, and I think that you could find a way to procedurally generate new stages of Evolve Idle, and I would like that, and I would probably play that for quite a while. So there's something about just progression for the sake of progression that people like. Cookie Clicker would very easily be able to have like just endless tiers that are randomly generated of new cookies that cost more cookies as you go, right? You would get bored of it eventually, yeah, for sure, but I do think it's an interesting idea that's worth some development for sure. Military base. Like, we like roguelikes, right? So imagine roguelike with a story, and you could generate a new story with every single roguelike at the same time. Like, roguelikes are one of the most popular genres that there are. I like them a lot too. So I could see the appeal there for sure. What the fuck is this? Oh, there's a lot of helium here. How much does helium 3 weigh? Apparently a lot. Oh, hold on. I know from Evolve Vital that helium 3 is really valuable in the early game. Once you get your shit set up, it's not really that valuable. But right now, look, we haven't even got one outpost yet. We need to pick this up. Would you recommend one to do an Ascension reset in Evolve Vital? How much mastery you have? Are you gonna do on 4-star? If you do on 4-star, you need, I would say, at least 100% mastery, depending on what universe you're doing in. Absolutely do not do it in Antimatter. I just did my first 4-star in Antimatter, and it took me longer than anything I've done in the game so far. It took so long. If you're gonna do it 3-star or 1-star, you can do it whenever you want. There's no real prerequisite. If you're doing it 4-star in heavy or standard or anything like that, you should do it in the standard. You should already be out of standard. Then anywhere above 100% mastery, I would say you should do it. Maybe 150 if you're doing it 4-star. If not, do it whenever. We're not doing Fist Only anymore. The run has evolved idly. These look like they're from another game. What am I thinking of for these games? What game am I thinking of these from? Is it Satisfactory again? I don't think so. These look like Evolve Vital. In heavy right now, how much DE should I try to get before tier 3 resetting? By DE, do you mean dark energy? Particularly. Dark energy, in my experience, is not worth farming for whatsoever. Dark energy kind of sucks. Like, dark energy is just something you accumulate over time. It's fine. It's not worth grinding for whatsoever. Plasmids are worth grinding for. Anti-plasmids are worth grinding for. Phage is really worth grinding for later on, but it's a bit tricky. The prestige currency that you get after dark energy is arguably the best in the whole entire game and is absolutely worth grinding for, but it's very hard to grind for. Dark energy is not worth grinding for. Dark energy is only really good in antimatter, I think. Dark energy kind of sucks. Any tips for Kata? This feels like cookie clicker so far. Cataclysm, doing Cataclysm right in Evolve Idol requires prep time ahead of time. You want to have done a T4 reset on the planet that you do Cataclysm on, and preferably you also want to have done a mad reset so your sundial does more knowledge. And if you can pull it off, although it's very hard to do, you also want the planet to be magnetic as well. Magnetic unstable to do Cataclysm. You also want to have done a T4 reset for another reason too, and if you do a T4 reset, you know what I'm talking about, there is something you could do to tailor your experience.
You okay?
I'm talking to my chat. To tailor your experience very much toward the goal of Cataclysm, because yeah, Cataclysm takes a long ass time. If you're already deep into it and you haven't done all that and you have already like sunk a couple days, then it might be worth just to write it out, because yeah, it took a long time. I've done it twice to get both achievements, and it took me, I think each run took me 3 to 4 days. Also, make sure you're not buying all the research, because research is your bottleneck. A lot of that stuff that you have there, you don't want to get. It's useless. Should I just rush Mads after a white hole reset for mastery plasmids? Yeah, that's a strategy if you want to do that. If that sounds fun to you, yeah, go for it. Alright, so this is 2 planets in a row that have the same aliens on them. That's a little bit disappointing. I wonder if everyone's planets have the same aliens. Did everyone have to come to this planet when they played for the main quest? And if so, were these aliens here? There's actually a reason for aliens on multiple planets being the same, although it might just be a cop-out by Bethesda. Is it that there was a precursor race that seeded all the planets with the same kind of genetic makeup and they all followed the same kind of evolve patterns? It's kind of like Evolve Idol. Is it going to be something like that? Gained 1 quantum essence. Is this an Evolve Idol prestige currency? What's a quantum essence? Fuck it. I'm not living with the where is Witcher 3 guilt trip anymore. So either we get it done or I'm going. So anyway, I have to go for a bit to maximize my chances. So that's that. And this is how you know it's serious. Just in case, even though I don't think it was causing any issue, but just in case, chat, I have quit Evolve. I have temporarily, Evolve heads, it's over. I have quit. I closed it. I saved it. I backed it up, and I have closed it, and that's it. No more Evolve. I know. I know. There was a really funny comment on the subreddit, which is like, basically, what the hell is Evolve Idol? Is it even a real game? Every time I try to find it, I can't. Is it a bit? Am I being gaslit? And then someone responds with, Evolve Idol questions be like, hey Joe, I've got a herd of 20 rainbow-striped unicorns who seem to have taken up competitive skydiving instead of producing gumdrops, leaving you with a dire shortage of sugary sustenance for my 100 mischievous leprechauns. How in the name of marshmallow rainbows do I crank up the charmometer to unleash a torrential downpour of lucky trinkets? And I wanted to reply this, and I wish I had, and reply this to be like, that's silly, don't be silly. In Evolve Idol, when you're unicorns, the most important thing is that you're tracking the phases of the moon when you build your unicorn shrines in order to get the right bonuses that are synced to which phases of the moon that they're on. Because that's actually true. Because that's actually what you do with the unicorns in Evolve Idol. Anyway, let's get Liza P on. That's absolutely real, yeah. If it's a full moon or a waxing moon or a waning moon, yeah, like the unicorn shrines do different things. Wait, there are unicorns? Wow, you don't know about the unicorns? Dude. You know what? I think Charlie Chan might be number 2. Fido is number 1. I don't know if we're ever gonna get a Chan that tops Fido for me. I love Fido. Not only do I love Fido, I love 2 Fido. I'm always faffing around the open world. Unless it's an open galaxy, because then there's then it's Starfield. But I think Charlie Chan is number 2. QT Moon Chan, always my number 1. Good taste. QT Moon Chan is really good. Imagine this being your first stream. You realize that when we talk about our Chans, that it sounds like 2 experts talking about Evolve Idol, right? This is like unicorn moonshine bullshit. Anyway, thank you so much, Parkiran. This is gorgeous. Lamayo. I know you're retired from Evolve, but do you have any recommendations of when to do a T4? Are you doing it 4-star? If you're doing it 4-star, you want to have at least 100 to 150% mastery. If you're doing it without 4-star, you could probably just do it whenever you want. As long as you have, like, I don't know, like over 100 phage. That's pretty low, actually, but at least 100 phage and like whatever that plasmid caps you at, like, yeah, that would be enough to do it. Wake up, evolve, ascend, idle. Can I hold you accountable for crazy amount of investment I put in Evolve Idol? I completely fell in love with this game. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's weird how you say accountable when you should be saying gratitude. Say thank you. Howdy Evolve Idlers, I'm almost at Iron Will. That's the best moment. The best moment in the game is getting that. Didn't you give Elden Ring a 10 out of 10? I think Elden Ring is probably around an 8 for me. So this is 8.5, so it's better. I think I might enjoy this better than Elden Ring. This is why it sucks to score things. It's like there are variant Sudokus that I would rate higher than Elden Ring, chat, but it doesn't mean that I would pick that variant Sudoku over like not having played Elden Ring. You know what I mean? Like it's such a weird thing to score a game. Evolve Idol or Elden Ring. Yeah, that's another good example. Like, I've gotten more enjoyment out of Evolve Idol than I have Elden Ring, and there's been a lot of really cool moments in Evolve Idol. But like, would I trade like Evolve Idol, never having that, for Elden Ring? Probably not. Like, I'd give Evolve Idol a better score. My C drive failed and I lost my Evolve save. Can I have an anti-universe marble? If it touches another marble during the race, it'll blow it up though. Oh, that sucks, man. Did you really lose your Evolve save? Yes, 34 resets. Oof. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, Joe. Have you beaten Evolve Idol yet? Define beaten? Idle. Alt art. Minus. Oh yeah, it's -2. -2 watch. No, now people are gonna say -2. These -2s don't count. Evolve Idol Chan. Starting to think that Alan's had a bit of a rough time. He's probably spent a lot of time coming to the same conclusions and revelations over and over and over and over again, then losing them, and then doing it again, losing them, doing it again, and doing incremental progress. His own Evolve Idol lifestyle. Starting this year, we are beginning a Hall of Chans. All the Chans from all the streamed years will be up for nominations to achieve a Tier 4 reset in Evolve Idol, aka Ascension. Oh! Carpenter B Chan has got Eric versus Evolve Idol Chan. Oh man! Oh Chan! Oh Chan! Who's taking this? Oh, Eric won! I started Evolve Idol and the Tortoisian were miserable to play as. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend starting with those. I haven't played Evolve Idol in months now. I miss it.